Good afternoon. It is 3:01. I'm Joseph Panano, live from A Moment's Peace Salon in Baseball. It was a busy weekend in the SEC coaching carousel as several vacancies were filled on Sunday. Lane Kiffin officially left Ole Miss to become the head coach of LSU and will not be coaching the Rebels in the playoffs. Ole Miss hired defensive coordinator Pete Golding as the permanent head coach moving forward. Auburn hired former USF head coach Alex Golesh, while Florida hired Tulane head coach John Sumrall, who will continue to coach the Green Wave in the postseason. And Arkansas hired former Memphis head coach Ryan Silverfield, while Kentucky fired head coach Mark Stoops but has not made a new hire yet. Tennessee basketball moved up to number 13 in this week's AP poll following a 2-1 week at the Players Era Festival in Vegas, which included a win over number 3 Houston. Nate Amen also named the SEC Freshman of the Week for the third time in 4 weeks. Monday Night Football is the Patriots host the Giants tonight to wrap up Week 13. Kickoff is at 7:15. The Westwood One call of the game can be heard right here on the Zone after Monday Night Titans. For our Foundation Repair Waterproof needs, you need to visit USSTN.com. Bringing news at once on your home for the Titans and Vols. This is 104.5 The Zone.
HL 104.5 The Zone Monday edition. Brent Doherty with you on a beautiful day in the Music City, broadcasting live in Cool Springs at A Moment's Peace Salon and Day Spa. We would love to see you out here. A lot of y'all stop by when we come here, and we always enjoy that. You can take care of the holiday season and achieve hero status this year. The woman in your life will love this unique and thoughtful gift, always in style, always fits, always appreciated. Choose your budget, and whether you spend a lot or spend a little, she can choose from 10 different services all under one roof here at A Moment's Peace Salon and Day Spa. Gift cards are a phenomenal idea at A Moment's Peace. They've got massages, manicure, pedicure, sunless tanning, waxing, spa parties, skincare, hair salon, makeup, unique gifts, gift cards, and if Slay were here, he would talk about the Slayscape. Slay is on assignment today, so you'll get his thoughts on Tennessee and Vanderbilt. I will read his tweet following the game for y'all, so you'll have his little statement there. But Don Davenport is here, y'all.
I'm in the building. What up? Happy Monday. Happy start of December.
Start of December, and it looks like there's going to be snow in the area. So consult your local meteorologist. And I was just thinking, the last time we were here, I think, Kirby, in advance of Valentine's Day, maybe it did snow here when we were leaving.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah, and it wasn't supposed to. So I think every time we come to A Moment's Peace, there's snow in the forecast, or it does snow. 3HL is powered by Spring Hill Heating and Cooling, SpringHillAC.com. Let me go ahead and tell you, load the lines up. We have tons to get into, and we want to have a conversation about all of these things. We want to set up a forum with you and with us, and we will do that today. We do not have a guest until 5:20, and thankfully that will be Chris Lowe from On3.com.
Because there's a hell of a lot of stuff going on in the college football world.
No question about it. Topic roster, and we're not limited to this, but these are the big chapters in the book, so to speak. The Titans get drilled by Jacksonville 25-3. They're 1-11. They've lost 7 in a row. Vandy blasts Tennessee 45-24. We can get your reaction. Vandy fans, I know you're excited about this. I know you're holding your breath about the college football playoff, and I've been telling y'all for 2 weeks, even if you win out, it's going to be hard to get in, and it's unfortunate. And Zeph made a good point before the show started, saying that, you know what, if Vanderbilt switched their schedule and results with one of the big, football
You mean if their
historical
name was Notre Dame?
or Alabama or Georgia or anybody that doesn't have that history tied to them, it is completely 100% wrong and unfair. Vanderbilt is one of the best teams in football, and they should be in. They won't.
I don't think Notre Dame should be in. Y'all, I went down the rabbit hole after my game on Saturday night because, I was jacked. I couldn't sleep. And so, went down the entire rabbit hole of college football playoff and who would be in and who should and shouldn't. And then chatted with Mr. Babs for like an hour about it because I was like, but look at this. Like, this team doesn't have quality wins. This team has this. This one has the head-to-head. This has this. Oh, and by the way, now Duke is playing Virginia in the ACC title game. I'm like, Duke can do the funniest thing ever, which is totally really screw the college football playoff committee and win the ACC championship.
Well, because now it looks like you're going to have 2 ACC teams in. So Miami's going to get in, having not won that ridiculously bad conference.
It's nuts. No, they should be. I hate the ACC's tiebreaker. That's ridiculous. They should be playing in it, right? It should be like when you go to tiebreakers, at the end of the day, it should be your highest ranked left in that tiebreaker. Like the fact that Duke with 5 losses, and I worked that Virginia-Duke game 2-3 weeks ago, and Virginia was up on them 31-3 at the half.
Yeah.
And they have 5 losses. There's absolutely no reason for them to be playing in an ACC championship.
What did I talk about in the offseason?
It's ridiculous.
No automatic qualifiers.
Yeah.
I went on and on about that. Well, in terms of schedule.
Real quick, though, how funny is it that Manny Diaz, who is chased out of Miami, is playing for an ACC title before Mario Cristobal is? That's funny.
Yeah, Cristobal.
Karma, man.
I hear from people in that world that he's not very good, so we'll see. With regard to the schedule, obviously everybody's trying to spin their thing.
Right.
Steve Sarkisian made a great point. He said it would be a disservice to our sport if this team's not a playoff team when we went and scheduled that non-conference game at Ohio State, because if we're 10-2, meaning if they would have played a directional school instead of Ohio State, they would be 10-2 and they'd be in.
And it's not
without a debate.
Well, and then when you look at Notre Dame and Miami, too, the head-to-head, and you can sit here and say, oh, well, Notre Dame's a different team now, right? And that was, whoa, well, what about these week 1 games? I don't care. Like, it still has to matter. Otherwise, none of these teams are going to be scheduling any kind of difficult out-of-conference game because you don't get rewarded for it, and you only get penalized for it, and that's bunk.
There's a lot of bunk, which,
by the way,
which is great because I'm all for chaos, burn everything down. And let's have a great time and be entertained and all of those things.
Right.
When we don't turn our phone on silent, we have to read what came through.
Also, you're in the spa. It's supposed to be on silent. Is this a safe text to
Oh, no, this is saying callers. Good job, Jeff.
Okay.
Pull up what
By the way,
Heupel told on3.com. We'll come to you in just a second. Can you get his mic ready, please?
And another thing, the callers at the end of Blaine and Zach.
Yeah.
Nuts. Insane.
I love Blaine's reaction.
Did you guys hear it?
The guy goes,
Cam Ward quit, and he was terrible.
Oh, my gosh.
And then he was like, yeah, what was his completion percentage? And it was actually pretty good. And
well, he did not play well, though.
He didn't play well, but still. Yeah. But, yeah, he quit on his team. I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah, and then a guy called, can we fire Mike McCoy, like fire the interim coach, where Zach was like, I've looked everywhere, and I've never seen a case where an interim coach got fired. But the guy goes, well, I think they should bring Eddie George in to finish the season. And Blade started laughing. He goes, well, I think Bowling Green might have issues with that.
Yeah. He kind of has another job.
Yeah. He does.
I mean, listen, if you're gonna spew some crazy stuff, go ahead and call.
By the way, one of the rumors that's floating around is that Josh Heupel is going to talk with Penn State, and
I would.
Chris Lowe on RTI Lowdown last night said, "quote I've not heard Josh's name at Penn State among anybody that I believe or trust." End quote. And then Heupel told on3.com this.
He said, I wouldn't want low expectations. That's part of why I want to be here at Tennessee. We'll win big.
What a mess with.
That is the quote from Heupel to Chris Lowe about the Penn State job.
Just want to point out, they have not beat a bowl-eligible team this year. They did not beat a bowl-eligible team this year.
Yes, and
that's bad.
1-3 at home against the S. We'll get into Tennessee and the disaster finish that was. But I thought that story was more about what Vanderbilt is than what Tennessee was not. But both coincide.
With that game? I'm just talking in general.
In general, yep. 1-3 against the SEC at home.
Looking at the season.
And he had only lost 3 home games his career at Tennessee going into this season. So defense,
even though you finally get Florida. But Florida was bad.
Florida on the road. Yeah, so he has beaten Alabama and Florida 5 times. But yeah, not the way that they wanted it to end before the season. It was 8.5 was the win total. They hit the floor. They hit the floor. So, they can get to 9 with a bowl win if they go that way. There were some positives in the Tennessee season. Joey Aguilar, 3,444 yards passing this season, leads the SEC. That's the 4th biggest number in school history. He needs 79 to pass Eric Gaines for 3rd most ever, 169 in the bowl game to pass Tyler Bray for number 2 all time, 376 for number 1 in passing yardage in a season. He would pass Peyton Manning. That would be a huge game. Now,
that surprises me.
Vandy ran it 37 times for 314 yards and 5 touchdowns. I mean,
it was a beatdown.
Tennessee led that game 21-14. They lost 45-24.
That's nice.
The only reason Tennessee had 14 of those points is because Pavia threw some interceptions. Imagine if he doesn't throw those interceptions, and they go down and score because they didn't punt. They didn't punt one time in that game. So imagine if they go down and score on those 2 interceptions to turn it over. Imagine how big the spread is in that game. Afterwards.
That was a complete and utter ass whooping. Congrats to Vandy fans. I know y'all have been through a lot. This is an amazing season you've got going. Enjoy it. Maybe they're building something over there. I've heard they're going to flip Jared Curtis. So,
although Jared Curtis's mom tweeted that she prefers red and black.
How many times has a player gone against their family's wishes, though?
Never.
I've heard that he is a mama's boy.
Not mama. You don't, Zeph. You don't go against mama. No.
But I've heard that Vanderbilt is offering more than Georgia now, and that he's going to flip. So I've just heard that. I'm not reporting that. I'm just communicating with y'all. Whatever.
There was a report from one of the recruiting services that it is expected to happen.
He flipped his pick.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Okay.
To Vanderbilt from Georgia.
Got it.
And honestly, he did that right after I texted y'all. What I'd heard. But anyway,
crazy.
Vanderbilt, the 45 points are the most Tennessee has allowed to Vanderbilt since 1923.
Woo.
Vanderbilt quarterback Diego Pavia is the first SEC player with 250 pass yards and 150 rush yards, at least those numbers, in a game since former LSU quarterback Jaden Daniels in his Heisman winning season. Diego Pavia's brother, Javier, arrested in Knoxville. From Mike Wilson, Javier Pavia was visibly extremely intoxicated and extremely verbally combative with UT event staff and the arresting officer.
Isn't this like the 3rd arrest for him this season? Perhaps we need to reevaluate our pregame drinking motions.
First,
2 I know about. I've heard there might have been a 3rd.
First,
I think there's 3.
Yeah.
I'm
not going against you.
His family got in arguments with the stadium staff about leaning over the ledge there at Neyland, saying, "Hey, you can't do that." And then they're like, "Well, the other SEC schools turned an eye when we did it," and I think they started the game off getting to a little bit of a fit with the stadium staff, so I'm assuming the alcohol didn't help.
Well, and you
also,
know Tennessee fans
games
were saying things to them in the concourse
100%.
coming in and all that
No
stuff.
doubt.
On3.com Heisman poll. Number 5, Ty Simpson. Number 4, Jeremiah Love, Notre Dame. It's unfortunate for him that he is a running back because he is a phenomenal player and will go in the first round, which is rare for running backs. Number 3, Julian Sayin. A lot of y'all watched him maybe for the first time against Michigan in complete control in that game, despite the early interception. Handled everything beautifully. He's completing almost 80% of his passes, 30 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. Jeremiah Love, by the way, 1,372 yards rushing, 6.9 yards per carry, 18 touchdowns. Number 2, on3.com Heisman poll. Number 2, Fernando Mendoza, Indiana quarterback.
Can't deny what he's doing.
27.58, the yardage passing, 32 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. He's got 6 more in the ground, 38 total touchdowns. Diego Pavia, number 1.
Wow.
On3.com Heisman poll. This dude, 3,192 yards. Remember when we were talking about numbers and how you had to look more at eyeball test and watch them play and understand the impact he has on the game and big moments and all those things.
Like stats aren't the only thing that matter.
Now he's putting up humongous numbers that are adding up. 3,192 yards passing, 27 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. He has 826 rushing yards with 9 more touchdowns, so 36 total touchdowns. So to compare Pavia total yardage to Mendoza, okay, 4,018 the yardage for Pavia, total yardage, 3,001 for Mendoza. Diego Pavia has more than 1,000 total yards. He has more than 1,000 total yards more than Mendoza. So this is where we are with the Heisman. We both have votes. Neither one of us vote until after the final weekend. So I always make Dawn nervous because we sit in there on Monday and I go right up
2
against.
hours.
You have 1 hour. But usually I do all my research and I go back and watch tape and stuff on Sunday. But But we do take this very seriously, despite what some of y'all think. If you want in, 615-737-1045, 615-737-1045 at 3HL1045 on X. And let's go to the phones. I told you we're going to take as many calls as we can. We got to get into the Lane Kiffin situation. Were you Kiffined out or were you all in to the drama and the entertainment and all of those things? So many questions to ask you guys about that little situation as well. 615-737-1045. Seth is first up today on the Monday edition of 3HL, live from a Moment's Peace salon and day spa in Cool Springs. Seth, what's up?
How y'all doing today?
Great, man. How are you?
I'm doing good. I wish Slay was there because a couple months back when we beat y'all in basketball, I called in acting like little Jesse. You may or may not remember, with little girly voice. But anyway, we knew.
I do vaguely remember that. I don't remember the details of it, but yes.
We do know one thing for sure, that Smokey was a smart dog for retiring before Pavia showed up, because the only dog in that whole stadium was the Vanderbilt football team, and they took it to Tennessee. They dog walked them. They took them to the pound. Woo! Anchor down, baby.
I love it. Thank you, Seth. They did. They did take Smokey out. When that story came down, it was so weird. It came down on Thursday, right before the game, like the Thursday before, maybe Wednesday before the game. And my initial thought was, damn, Smokey doesn't want a part of that. I told y'all I was nervous about that game all week. From a fan perspective. I do have Slay's tweet that he posted after the game, which we'll do when we come back. So stay tuned. If you want in, 615-737-1045. Also, Lane Kiffin is the head coach at LSU. He's going to win big there despite all of the thunder and lightning revolving around in the clouds around his exit from Ole Miss.
Guess what my most popular emoji is right now?
What's that?
The clown face.
You've thought that about him forever.
But like really now. But I love Lane. Love him. Right?
I love him too. And
dude,
I've talked about like that documentary and the sobriety and him turning his life around and all this. Yeah. I think it was Peter Burns tweeted simply, he's like, yeah, I'm going to need another documentary.
Yeah. That E60 came out a little early.
Yeah. 615-737-1045. Brent Doherty, Don Davenport with you. Slay will be here on Thursday, and he will be very willing and able to take all of your Vanderbilt calls. If you would like to hit him with that on Thursday, you can hit us now. 615-737-1045. amomentspeace.com/Christmas. That's the website. You can print off your gift card straight from the website, or you can come by, and we'd love to see you here. We'll be here until 6 o'clock. A Moment's Peace, Salon Day Spa. We'll be right back.
All right, I want to tell you about Pella Windows and Doors of Nashville. Maybe you know you need replacement windows and doors. How about a Christmas deal for those replacement windows and doors? I'm going to tell you that Pella is my absolute favorite, and I know because I've replaced all my windows and doors with Pella in my rental property and then some in my home as well. And we have the Dawn deal for the month of December. If you want this to be a holiday gift, then the limited time offer, the Dawn deal, is no interest, no payments, 24 months, plus 50% off qualifying installations, plus an additional 5% off all the materials. So that gets you a great deal from Pella, celebrating 100 years in business. You know they're doing things right. It's easy to schedule your free consultation and check out that Dawn deal. That's all you have to do is tell them, hey, listen, I know Dawn and I need the Dawn deal. So hook it up. You can do it online, easy, PellaNashville.com.
I know Dawn. And I also know there are people out there that get pumped to watch some NBA games, but the setup, not ready for prime time. You think he's a big hoops fan or she. Turns out you get fan fished. If you call yourself a sports fan, you got to have Xfinity like I do. Imagine the NBA all in one place made easy. Find all my favorite games with the speed and ease of a seasoned pro with live score, stats, and odds thanks to Xfinity FanView. If you have a friend who's watching games like a rookie, now is the time to introduce them to Xfinity. They've got the most live sports and insane picture quality. No one does it better. So the next game day, make sure that big fan isn't a big fail. Be the best at watching basketball with Xfinity, proud partner of the NBA. Xfinity, imagine that. Restrictions apply. X1 box required.
I'll be home for Christmas. You can count on me. I'll be home for Christmas. If only in my dreams.
3HL 1045, The Zone. Brent Doherty, Don Davenport with you. Slay Dog is on assignment. He'll be back on Thursday. Huge day. We want to hear from you guys. We want to have a discussion today. Titans get drilled by Jacksonville. Vandy blasts Tennessee. Lane Kiffin had a weekend. SEC coaching chaos. 5 jobs filled, 1 to go.
Marty Smith had a weekend, too, having to, be attached to Lane Kiffin's butt all weekend.
Boy, there's a...
Bless his heart.
Okay. It's hard to do the bingo card when there's only 2 of us. But Marty Smith was definitely attached to Lane Kiffin. He told the story today on
Pat McAfee.
Pat McAfee, and it's crazy. Lane was like, "Okay, let's go. Let's do the interview." He's like, "Where?" And he gave him directions. So Marty Smith was driving like a Sprinter van, basically, with his crew in the back. I don't know how he ends up. Well, he's a NASCAR guy, right?
Yeah.
So he's like, "We're going down the road, and there are literally fire trucks with firemen, blocking the road." And he goes, "We're about to get our little car race thing going with this van." And so, pulled around them and, rolled down his window, told them what they were doing, and they bought it. So as he finds Lane's standing, at a gate near the tarmac, and as Marty Smith's pulling down the road, Lane sees him in the driver's seat, and he just starts dying laughing. So then they have that conversation, which we could probably find.
Yeah, it's 5 minutes long.
By the way, former Titan wide receiver Traylon Burks had an incredible one-handed TD catch for Washington last night. Burks had more touchdowns yesterday than the Titans.
By the way, that was
really
his...
wish Slay was here today
I
because
know.
there's so many talking
There's
points
so
for him.
many talking points. I've said, by the way, 8 times today, right? I need to stop saying that. Anyway, Burks.
I think you've said it 6 or 7 times.
6, 7. my bonus son hates me, by the way. I'm like, you're the one. By the way, you're the one that taught that to me.
Yeah.
Anyway, that is the finger. It's the same hand where he was on the injury report because he broke his finger. Remember?
What?
Yeah, it happened after his first game.
Oh, man.
Had surgery for it, and then he makes that catch with the surgically repaired finger. This kid.
I forgot about the hand thing.
Yeah. I mean,
that was
there's
a hell of a
always
catch.
something.
People are saying that might be the catch of the year.
Yeah.
Traylon Burks. He had one catch in that game for 5 yards, and it was that one. Oh, man. All right, Slay not here today, but he did tweet this after Vandy destroyed Tennessee. Quote, "Vanderbilt football came with it. There's not one excuse that can be made. Opened up a can of whoop-ass on us in Rocky Top. Really good team led by a player that talks the talk and walks the walk. Great season for Coach Clark Lee and his guys. Still, ... Go Vols."
Well, that was very honest on his part. I'm very proud of him.
You're very proud of him.
I am.
615-737-1045.
I mean, if you're a Vols fan, are you not? You're hurting after that one.
Oh, no question. And Josh Heupel summed it up. This was the best quote I found from him. That performance wasn't anywhere near the standard of what Tennessee football is. True. 615-737-1045. Let's go to Ferris next up on 3HL. Y'all let it loose today. Ferris, what's up?
What's going on, guys? Y'all doing good?
Yes, always.
Hi.
That's what I like to hear, guys. I had a quick question or opinion I was wanting to get from y'all. It looks like Pavia is more than likely going into the draft with having all the suing the NCAA and all that. I'm assuming they're not going to give him another year. So
He has said he doesn't want another year.
Yeah, he has said about that lawsuit that he's keeping it up for other players.
Yeah.
That's mighty nice of him. Still Vols for life. I don't care. But anyway.
Well, Joey Aguilar might benefit from it.
That's true. If you want him to.
I forgot about Joey. So what do y'all think? What round you see Pavia going in?
Man, that's a great question. And Don, go ahead. I mean,
None. I don't see him getting drafted.
He's tiny. He doesn't have a good arm.
Nope.
But he at the college level, incredible college football player.
Yeah. I mean, he's got the it factor that you can't teach. You can't instill in somebody the competitiveness, the edge. He has all that. I think somebody will pick him up and put him on a practice squad or invite him to camp and allow him to do that. But dude is tiny.
Yeah.
He's tiny. He doesn't have the arm strength. I mean, listen, everybody's counted him out his entire life, so maybe I'm wrong, but I don't see an NFL team drafting him.
Yeah,
No, I don't think he
we
gets
will.
drafted. But here's the thing about Pavia that I offer, like the littlest of pushbacks. I wouldn't doubt that guy for anything. So, to your point, if he gets in somebody's camp,
And he will. He'll
figure
get
out,
a chance.
I think he'll figure out a way to be on that roster on some level.
Yeah.
So,
Guys, I appreciate y'all. Have a blessed one, guys.
hey, thanks, Ferris.
You too.
Appreciate you, man. 615-737-1045. Matthew next up. 615-737-1045. Matthew, what's up?
Not much. I mean, that Vanderbilt game and Vanderbilt season, if you asked me this about 5 years ago, I would have laughed into your face. Because growing up a diehard Vanderbilt fan, going back to the Woody Woodenhofer days, go to the game, expect to win. No, you go to the game, expect the other team to win, not Vanderbilt. Yeah, so
Woody
how long
was
I've been a fan.
great, man. That was a great era. I know this is the best era of Vanderbilt football, but, man, that was fun.
But anyways, I have a great song
Dude.
for Slay. It's by
yeah?
a band called Ailstorm, Alestorm, and
Yeah.
they have a song about an anchor called, I can't quite say the name because I don't want to get bleeped or banned and get you on SEC trouble. So, but yes, I
You won't do
recommend
that.
looking
We'll
it up.
knock you out of here.
Yeah, well, yes, please don't. So, yes, there's a great song by that band about an anchor. So I think that'd be kind of a great song for Slay to come home to on Thursday.
We might
Appreciate
be
it,
able
man.
to make that happen.
Are you saying you're going to give him a little
Absolutely.
ribbon?
Why not?
Yeah. Yeah. we
Listen,
deserve
my
it.
team has been a disaster for the last couple of years. I had the realization when I was chatting with my husband, and
It's funny the things y'all talk about.
I know
Your little sweet nothings.
our sweet nothings about the college football playoff
Yeah.
race and what a disaster my football program is.
Yeah.
So right in the middle of our conversation, because I had said something or whatever about who we're going to get to coach. This is before Golish was hired, and then I just froze and I looked at him, and he started laughing, and I was like, "I'm Tennessee fan, aren't I? I feel like I am Tennessee from the Shiano days where we think way more highly of our program and our history and the desire to come and coach here than actually exist. I'm Tennessee fan."
Well, yeah, because the story came out about Summerall going to Florida and that he was going to talk to Auburn but talk to people around the college football world, and they told him some wild things about Auburn.
No,
And so he
it
did-
was the university that basically laid it out.
Oh, okay, there you go.
To which I said, can we not have toxic freaking donors? Like, donate your money and stay the hell out of it.
We'll take your money.
We'll take your
But
money.
stay over there.
But you should not have a say in who the freaking head coach is. Because guess what? You had a say in Hugh, and you had a say in firing Gus, and none of this worked out well.
Yeah.
How about Brian Harsin? Ooh, total side note.
By the way.
By the way, I worked Virginia Tech, Virginia. Well, Philip Montgomery was the offensive coordinator for Hugh with Peyton Thorne.
Oh, yeah.
Remember?
Yeah.
And so, we were talking about it. And I love Coach Montgomery. Like, Coach Monty should get a head coaching job again. He coached at Tulsa for a while. They had some success, and then it kind of went wayward there. But he's a legit head coach. Anyway, and so I was like, yeah, Peyton Thorne. I mean, we all know how I feel about Peyton Thorne as a quarterback, right? And he was like, yeah, it wasn't just that, though. A whole lot of meddling from the head coach there when it came to the offense. I was like, oh, here we go.
Yep. By the way, you mentioned Shiano. Out of all these jobs that have come open, his name has not been attached to it.
Gee, I wonder why.
He's great at Rutgers. Stay over there, bro. Like your donors. Take the money. We'll take the wins at Rutgers. Just
Shut your
stay
mouth.
over there.
How about Arkansas not happy with the Ryan Silverfield Arkansas fans?
They tried to pull a Tennessee
They
there.
did. They were
did.
going to. They were going to hold a riot. I didn't see how that went.
I think it was more like a light gathering. I don't think there was that many people out there.
A light gathering. By the way,
I
we're
mean, there's a big difference between Ryan Silverfield and a Shiano hiring. You know what I mean?
so yeah. I've heard various things about Silverfield. I've heard that he's really good, and I've heard that he's not. So I don't know what to think about him.
Well, I think the perception that he's not is because he's at Memphis a program that has the most resources in that conference, in that group of 5 conference. Most resources, most talent, easy to get his players in, all of that, and they still haven't won the conference. So when you're a head coach that is coaching a team that has the most resources and money and talent, and you still haven't won a conference championship when you're talking group of 5, that's where the perception is that, okay, he's not a coach that can take you to the next level. Now, I think offensively, he's a brilliant offensive mind. And you can sit here and say, oh, well, he's had all this talent, but he hasn't won. But also, he's brought in talent that you're talking 2 stars that he's developed that are helped to develop because he's been there forever on staff, even when he wasn't the head coach. But he's developed that talent, and you see Memphis players sprinkled all across the NFL now.
Yep, 615-737-1045.
So you can make both arguments.
3HL is powered by Spring Hill Heating and Cooling, springhillac.com. Let's go to Tristan next up on 3HL. Tristan, what's up?
Hey, thanks for taking my call. I think Tennessee needs to fire Tim Banks and get some coaches that are outside of Josh Heupel, not like inside his circle. And also, my ASU team is going bowling still, and we do not need 5 teams from the SEC. We need 2 teams from the ACC, 2 teams from the Big 12 in the playoff, 3 teams from the SEC, 3 teams from the Big 10.
Tristan,
Notre
which ones
Dame.
are you leaving out then? So which
Who are you leaving out?
Which 3 SEC teams would you put in?
Okay. I'd put in Texas A&M because they're 11-1. I'd put in the SEC championship. I think Georgia takes down Alabama, so I would leave out Alabama because they would have 3 losses, and it would come down to Ole Miss and Vanderbilt, and I would put Ole Miss because they have 1 loss.
See, what about Oklahoma?
Oklahoma, they lost to Texas, so Texas would say, hey, we beat you guys, so we should get
lost
in.
to Texas, Tristan.
Vanderbilt lost. Yeah.
Yes. So I would say Texas owns you guys, owns both of you. So I would say, okay, Texas beat them. So I would say goodbye and adios. And then SEC, then everybody is even keeled, and all the people of America would be happy because you would have Miami and hopefully Virginia wins ACC. Then you would have a Big 12 BYU who played beat lots of teams that are bowl eligible. So
although they don't have any great wins.
Tristan,
BYU doesn't.
Thank you for the
No,
phone
I'm talking
call.
about BYU.
Yeah, you're talking about BYU.
I don't think Vandy's not in to me.
They're not.
Nope.
They're not going to be in.
Well, they're
So-
not going to be in.
Yeah.
Like the way the committee has already
It's
set
unfortunate.
that up. They have set them up to not get in.
Because if you're putting the 12 best teams in the country in, Vanderbilt's in. But
Also-
the way that it's structured, which I argued last offseason, that it's structured poorly,
Yeah.
they get left out.
And the fact
And it's unfortunate.
that they do these rankings on Tuesdays every week during the season, and they're once you've ranked, you can't go back and be like, oh, we changed our mind. It puts the committee,
Also-
in my opinion, it puts the committee in a really bad spot.
How in the hell did Vanderbilt fall in the AP poll after that performance?
I don't know.
They went from 12 to 13. Miami is 12. Miami's not even playing for the ACC championship.
So, with that,
A 7-5 team is.
if Duke ends up winning, do they get into
Oh
the
my gosh.
playoffs?
Yeah.
Is that still a thing?
No, it's not.
It's not?
No,
I
they
thought it was
changed the
conference
rule.
champion.
Okay.
They changed the rule. But here's my thing. You can't not put the team that wins the conference title game in. You can't, to me. Then what's the point of a conference title game?
So you're arguing that Miami should be in and Virginia or Duke should not be in? Or you're arguing that
No.
Virginia
I'm
and
saying
Miami
if,
should win?
let's say, Duke wins.
Yeah.
They're terrible. They're not terrible. That's aggressive. They're not great. They're not a great football team. Okay, their
7-5.
defense. This is how I describe their defense with my crew. They're buns. Okay,
I like it when you say that.
they can't stop anything. Their secondary is questionable. They are buns. So, but my argument is if you're not putting in the team that wins the conference championship, now I think Virginia's going to roll on them, so I don't think it matters.
They're going to roll.
Yeah, but if you're not putting the team in that wins the conference championship, then you're saying the conference title game doesn't matter.
By the way,
that cannot happen. Then why do we have them?
That's a good point.
So here's my other topic. Can you tell I went down the rabbit hole on all of this?
Well, yes, and I love it because we're going to be bouncing around through so many different things today.
Right. The other thing, Alabama, and Tristan just said it, and it's. I hit my boys on my crew, too, when I was going down the rabbit hole, because I'm like, I want to see y'all's opinion, because they are not SEC people. Mike graduated from Notre Dame. Kirk's a West Coast guy, right? They don't work.
About if Bama loses and then they have 3 losses.
And then they have 3 losses.
That the championship games don't affect things. But,
right.
But
so then Bama
also,
has to be in, right?
Bigger picture.
Would Bama be in? And I guess we'll see tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
But would Bama be in prior to the championship game? But then people have issues because they'll have that third loss. But I'm like, you can't penalize a team for making it to the SEC championship game and losing, because then again, what's the point in going?
Also, big picture, if Bama were to lose that game, I know it's the SEC championship game, but that would be 7 losses for DeBoer in 2 seasons. 7.
I mean, that's a totally different conversation. We know Bama's not used to that, but
I love having all the conversations. By the way, quick side note: the Titans play at 3-9 Cleveland next week. Have a day, Myles Garrett.
It's supposed to snow.
Even
Myles
worse.
Garrett has 15 sacks in his last 6 games.
That's unreal. Who were the opponents?
Oh my gosh.
Last 6.
Miami. He had 5 at New England.
Oh, poor Drake.
1 with the Jets. He had 4 against the Ravens, 3 against the Raiders, and 1 last week against 1 this weekend against San Francisco.
Wow.
15 in the last 6 games.
Better take some Tylenol before this one, Cam Ward.
He's got
Make sure to
he's got 19 total.
head it off early.
He's got 19 on the season. The record's what, 21 and a half?
22.
22
He's
and a half?
going to absolutely crush that.
Absolutely, if he stays healthy.
He might break it this weekend.
615-737-1045 if you want in. Titans get drilled. Vandy Blast Tennessee. Lane Kiffin with the weekends. SEC coaching chaos. 615-737-1045.
Okay, last minute shoppers out there, listen up. I am here for you, and I want to tell you about Aura Frames. It's spelled A-U-R-A, by the way. But if you know the feeling where shelves are empty or you can't get something that you want in time, whatever, Aura Frames is your solution. It's a gift that feels personal, and it's really cool. I know I gave my parents one last year, and they absolutely love it. So basically, it's a frame you upload unlimited photos and videos. You can download the Aura app on your phone, connect to Wi-Fi. You can preload photos before it actually ships. You can add from anywhere, anytime, and then boom, family members, whoever you send the frame to, automatically can get pictures of the grandkids, the kids, the dogs, the cats, all the things, the house, upgrades, whatever you're doing. You can share photos and videos effortlessly straight from your phone. It is an amazing gift. You can't wrap togetherness, but you can frame it. For a limited time, save on this perfect gift. Visit Aura Frames, AURA frames.com. You get $35 off if you use my promo code DAWN. It's DAWN, $35 off Aura's best-selling carver matte frames, which are named #1 by Wirecutter, by the way. DAWN, DAWN. Deal is exclusive to listeners, so go ahead before they sell out. Terms and conditions apply. That's Aura Frames, AURA.com.
3HL 104.5 The Zone, broadcasting live from a Moment's Peace Salon in Day Spa. Maybe you need some of this after a wild weekend in the sports world. Gift cards are available 24/7.
It's terrible. Take it out of my ear. We cannot be remixing that. You can't remix legendary content like that.
Huh, Ross.
It's awful.
Ross likes to mess with you, doesn't he?
Ross, you better watch it.
Which is funny because y'all are both Duke fans.
6-7. Sorry.
Yeah, y'all are both Duke fans. She's wearing her Duke blue today.
It's very purple.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, I'm kind of colorblind.
No,
That's purple.
That looks really blue to me.
It looks blue from back here.
It looks so purple on the stream.
Yeah, it's purple. Thank you, Ross.
That's amazing.
Yeah. You're blue. I'm purple.
Yeah, I know this kind of blue, but I have a black pair of pants like this that I have to put next to each other to figure out what.
Oh no, you can't. You are terrible at black and navy.
Terrible.
You can't see it.
Socks are a problem.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm well aware of this after working with you for so long.
AMomentsPeace.com/Christmas. Gift cards available 24/7 instantly on their website at AMomentsPeace.com, or you can call 615-224-0770. If you've got questions or special requests, and you can always stop by for personal service in Cool Springs across I-65 from Galleria Mall at the intersection of Carruthers Parkway and Bakers Bridge Avenue. We will be here until 6 o'clock. Titans get blasted by Jacksonville yesterday at Nissan Stadium 25-3. Titans are 1-11. They've lost 7 games in a row. It was an awful performance by the home team. The Titans offense produced 188 total yards, 10 penalties, 2 of 12 on third down, 2 turnovers. Cam Ward, 24-38, 141 yards. Jeffrey Simmons had another sack. He has 6.5. He's 2 away from his career high. Now, he's trying to get as many sacks as possible so he can get on the market, would be my guess, coming up this offseason. So we'll see. But he is 2 away from his career high of 8.5. 5 more games to go. Kevin Winston continues to play well, rookie. 8 tackles, 1 sack, a tackle for a loss, a quarterback hit. Jim DK, another long return. Pro Bowler, All-Pro, coming up. 615-737-1045 if you want in. The Monday Nighter, Giants at Patriots tonight. Patriots a 7.5-point favorite, 7:15 on ESPN. Jackson Dart will start at quarterback for the Giants. Dart is 2-5 as starting quarterback of the Giants. Giants 0-5 with other starters. Patriots have won 9 games in a row. 615-737-1045 is the number. By the way, Lane Kiffin was supposed to have a press conference at 3:30 p.m.
Still not up yet.
Shocker.
It's 3:52.
You know why? Lane just does whatever he wants.
Do you think he's thinking about? You think he got another job offer and is considering taking that, threatening to take his whole offensive staff?
I kept thinking, what if DeBoer just said, you know what, screw all this, I'm going to Penn State.
Oh, I can't.
And Alabama came open.
Oh, I can't wait till that happens in a couple years, because this whole message is going to happen again. Because he's going to go to Alabama if that happens.
Well, this whole situation is funny. I think he's more likely to go to the NFL. But I mean, what are the odds that he does this to LSU in like 4 years?
Pretty good. He's done it twice. He's already done it twice.
Actually, more than that.
And the other part of this story is, if Ole Miss was LSU and the situation was completely reversed, they would have done the same thing LSU's done.
Who, Ole Miss?
Yeah.
I don't. So I've argued with people about this, including my father.
Big Tom?
Yes.
Big Tom got into it?
Oh, Big Tom was all in on the Lane Kiffin drama this weekend.
That is hilarious to me.
But
including my father.
I mean, the people that are going at Ole Miss for giving him an ultimatum, and giving him a schedule and a deadline, I'm like, I don't blame them. The people that are, oh, well, they should have let him play or coach for the playoffs. I'm like, I don't blame him.
There's no way that's happening.
I do not blame Ole Miss for any of their actions here.
Dan Wetzel wrote that, and he's so succinct in the way he puts a message out. But anyway, he was like, this isn't the G5. Like, you could do it in the G5. And then, sure enough, Summerall's going to coach Tulane to end the season.
Yeah.
But you could do it at that level. But Ole Miss, and he's going to threaten like if you don't let me coach, I'm going to take coaches and players and all this.
Which he's going to do anyway.
Right. If I'm Ole Miss, I'm like, dude, you don't want to be here? Bye.
And he's still going to reap the financial benefits.
That's like any business, really.
And
that part of it.
the way he handled all of it too, honestly, he turned it into an absolute soap opera.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's Lane. It's not a
I was gonna say,
surprise.
did anyone
We
expect
know.
anything
I mean,
less?
think back to mattresses burning at the University of Tennessee. I mean, this is not a surprise, but all of that on top of it, if I'm Ole Miss, I'm like, get the hell off our campus. Get out.
By the way, he is at the podium. Ross, record this, please. There's no telling.
There's no time.
There's no telling what he's going to say. So
I'm sure it'll be, no fault of his.
How
ever.
about him giving an ultimatum to his guys? Like
To his coaching
if
staff?
you're not on the plane, you're not coming.
What a jerk.
And so the OC, the co-OC, the wide receivers coach, and the strength and conditioning coach are all gone.
Lane Kiffin
And
is selfish.
I feel so bad for those kids at Ole Miss.
Here's the thing about the
it could fuel him.
college football playoff situation in the way they identify teams, and it's written. If you do have a player situation where you're not the same team or coaching situation where you're not the same team, we will evaluate that.
That's so.
A lot of people have brought
You
up.
can't let them. You can't not have them in.
No,
But
that's not fair.
But they might
But they
get.
technically could.
They might lose. Do you think that they could lose a home playoff game from it? Because they were in line for a home playoff game.
Yeah, I know.
And now
Okay.
they.
But there's a big difference, huge difference when you're talking FSU and your star quarterback in Jordan Travis, right?
Yes,
Jordan
yeah,
Travis.
Jordan Travis, yep.
And Jordan Travis, who affects every single play in a game, every single possession, offensive possession in a game. There's a big difference from that to a head coach who is not calling plays.
And your entire offensive coaching staff.
I don't care.
That was also a 4-team playoff. You'd have to take multiple teams and put them in over Ole Miss.
That's
Yeah.
So here's the thing with Lane. Like, I mean, clearly
There's a big difference.
Clearly, he should have just made a decision and gone with it. You make a decision to stay at Ole Miss, stay. You make a decision to go to LSU. Maybe you
No,
think about
turn
it
it
for a
into a
day, too.
spectacle.
Not turn it into 3 weeks and then, and threaten to take everybody with you.
and then do it.
I thought it was super
And then do
selfish.
it.
And then do it, yeah. I thought it was super selfish. I thought it was crappy to the team. And then did you see the reports out? Okay, calls a team meeting. Nobody's allowed to have phones. They
He wouldn't even-
collected phones before they head
A couple
in.
players still got him in, though.
and he wasn't even allowed in the meeting,
Yeah.
according to
it's just,
his
like,
statement.
What a soap opera.
So, one question. Should Lane have been allowed by Ole Miss to coach out the season? Number one. Would LSU have allowed that? Like, from an LSU perspective, would you want the guy you're hiring still coaching over there? You probably wouldn't want to, but you'd probably let him. But I'd just throw that out there for y'all if you want to hit it.
Signing day is Wednesday, Mayor.
Signing days Wednesday. Here's the other thing.
Can't do it.
Lane Kiffin could have, like, he's throwing up this big stink about not coaching during the postseason or whatever. He could have told LSU, look, we'll talk after the season. I've got this thing going with this team. It's the most special season in the history of Ole Miss football. They've never won 11 regular season games in 132 years of football. I'm going to finish this out. If that's not okay with you, go find somebody else. If you want to wait, then we'll talk.
Because he didn't want to do that. Because it's not about other
think he
people.
likes-
It's all about him.
I think he likes the drama.
All about him. It's all about the attention. He thrives off that.
All right, so Ross is recording this press conference. We'll see what's up with that. We'll be back. A Moment's Peace Salon and Day Spa. Again, a momentspeace.com/Christmas. You can take care of your Christmas shopping needs right there. A momentspeace.com/Christmas. Brent Doherty, Don Davenport with you. 3HL 1045 The Zone. Gupton Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. That's where you need to go to get that next new vehicle, whether you're looking for a car, truck, SUV, or Jeep, new or pre-owned. These are your guys. Daniel Gupton and his crew are ready to help you out with some holiday seasonal deals they have going on, which you can find online. GuptonMotors.com is the website. All the dealership information is there, address, phone number, deals, as I mentioned, all of the inventory, new and pre-owned, tremendous pre-owned selection. You can find right there at GuptonMotors.com. 3450 Tom Austin Highway in beautiful Springfield, Tennessee. 24 West toward Clarksville, exit 35 is about 9 miles outside the city. Beautiful drive into the best vehicle buying experience you'll have ever had. Just go chat with Daniel Gupton and his crew. Let them know what you're looking for. Maybe you need more space. Maybe you need something more gas efficient. Maybe you need something cheaper. Whatever your needs are, they'll point you in the right direction. Take your test drive. Go inside. They will help make the numbers work, and it will be that easy. Gupton Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, 3450 Tom Austin Highway, about 30 minutes from downtown Nashville. GuptonMotors.com. There are some of them wandering around here.
Good afternoon. It is 4 o'clock. I'm Joseph Bonanno, live from A Moment's Peace Salon at Baseball. It was a busy weekend in the SEC coaching carousel. Lane Kiffin officially left Ole Miss to become the head coach of LSU. He will not be coaching the Rebels in the playoffs. Ole Miss hired defensive coordinator Pete Golding as the permanent head coach moving forward. Auburn hired former USF head coach Alex Golesh. Florida hired Tulane head coach John Sumrall. And Arkansas hired former Memphis head coach Ryan Silverfield. Tennessee basketball moved up to number 13 in this week's AP poll following a 2-1 week at the Players Era Festival, which included a win over number 3 Houston. Also, Nate Ament named the SEC Freshman of the Week for the third time in 4 weeks. Monday Night Football tonight, Patriots host the Giants to wrap up Week 13. Kickoff is at 7:15. You can catch a call right here on 104.5 The Zone. For your foundation repair and waterproofing needs, you need to visit USSTN.com. Bring news at once on your home for the Titans and Vols. This is 104.5 The Zone.
HL 104.5 The Zone Monday edition. A lot going on. Titans get hammered. Vandy blasts Tennessee. Lane Kiffin with a circus weekend. That's still going on. What did you say?
Clown.
Okay. Momentspeace.com. That's where you need to go to take care of that Christmas list. And everybody wants a Moment's Peace. You know that. I know that. All God's children know that. The simplicity of gift giving. Call a Moment's Peace and give them your list. That is something they're doing, which is very handy for a lot of y'all. 615-224-0770. 615-224-0770. We'll tell you more about them as we move forward.
Yeah, you can email them too. Email them and say, here is my list. Here's all the people. Here's what I want to gift each one. And they'll just handle all of it for you.
A momentspeace.com.
Let's go.
Speaking of Lane Kiffin, he is at the podium. Let's listen in and see what the new LSU coach has to say.
First off, I want to thank my family for all their love and support throughout this process. Layla, Knox, Landry, Presley, my children, brother Chris that's here with his family. Thank you for all the support through this process, which was not an easy one. I'd also like to thank President Wade Roos, Athletic Director Verge Osbury, Board of Supervisors Chair Scott Ballard, Athletic Board Chair John Carmouche, and Julie Cromer. I also had a unique great call with Governor Landry, and I could feel his passion and energy in that call for the state of Louisiana and for LSU football. Also, the people that reached out to me through the process, from former great LSU players and very powerful LSU alumni. I'm very honored to be the head coach of LSU. I can sum it up by saying this place is different. And having watched this place for a long time, having been on the other sidelines in this stadium, this place is different. And that's why we're here. We have a lot of work to do with that. But I'm very grateful for the opportunity to lead one of the elite programs in all of sports. Leaving Ole Miss was extremely difficult decision. And in that, we tried every single thing possible to continue to coach the team through the playoffs and to continue to coach the players. In the end, that was their decision, and we totally respect that and appreciate the time and energy that we tried to figure out a plan to do the best thing at the time for those players. The last 6 years of my life have been the best 6 years of my life. And I owe that to all the players, all the assistant coaches, and the people of Oxford. It was amazing. It will forever be a major part of my story. I'm so grateful for those relationships and all of those people that I got to meet. But the opportunity at LSU, as I said before, is just different. Someone very close to me reminded me this week in this decision that LSU is the best job in football. When you take the history, tradition, passion, and the great players in the state of Louisiana, no one can argue that when you're in Tiger Stadium on Saturday night, there is nothing like it. This place is built for championships with championship expectations. We understand that. But as an elite competitor, that's exactly what you want, and that's why we're here. You know, over the past few weeks, and especially the last few days, trying to figure out this decision, and I really tried to channel my dad, and I thought of when I spoke at his funeral. And when I spoke, it occurred to me as I was writing that speech, I never understood why as a kid we moved so much. And I realized he had moved 17 times. But during that funeral and during that week when he passed, the amount of people that reached out to me that were either at the funeral, wrote letters, wrote notes to me, found my number, texted me, was amazing from all the different places that he went. And it became apparent to me, and I spoke on that, that happened for a reason. He went to all of those different places for a reason. He didn't stay one place. He went to all those places so he could connect with all those people, impact all those people, be impacted by all those people at the different places. And so as I thought about that, even with the best 6 years, it became apparent to me what the decision was. My journey has been unique, to say the least, but I believe everything that I've been through has prepared me for this moment at this place right now. I also believe everything happened exactly how it was supposed to happen, when it was supposed to happen. And that'll be clear someday, that all of it did. Our program here at LSU will be designed top to bottom to be the #1 destination for elite players in all of America. That's why we're here. Our immediate priority is assembling the best staff in the country and securing top talent. The mission is simple: bring the best players in the country to LSU. And it starts right here in the state of Louisiana. To win big, as you go through this decision and you look at different places and all the things involved, to win big, you need everybody pulling in the same direction. And I felt through this process that definitely the leadership here at LSU was all in line and all in place to give us that. I know that we have, with the passion of LSU family and our LSU players, that we have everything to bring championship football back to LSU. It's time for LSU to take its place back as the best program in all of college football, and that's what we're here to do. So thanks for everybody showing up. Thank you for believing in me. Let's go to work and go Tigers.
There you go, Lane Kiffin. Introductory press conference at LSU was supposed to take place at 3:30, but they got delayed for some reason.
Shocker.
Yeah.
He had to make sure his clothes were.
Is that a true
ready.
story? That Ole Miss just put his clothes on the outside the facility?
It was his dry cleaning, right? Yeah.
It was like 2 racks of clothes outside.
Okay, how about his the spin is 100% phenomenal. The 17 different times, talking about his dad, right? And how that gave him a chance to impact so many people and get impacted by so many people. It's like listen, this is why it's okay that I'm moving so many times, which can't make you feel good if you're LSU for like a good solid, I'm going to stay forever, right? What in the world? I don't know. I don't know if I just turned bitter after the whole weekend and the extent that it went.
Yeah, and your school was looking
him.
for a coach too, so you were kind of wrapped into that. Were you surprised that Ole Miss named Pete Golding permanent head coach as opposed to interim?
Not surprised, but this is why.
Because Alabama fans don't really like that dude.
Who are they going to hire?
Good question. I don't know.
That's why it's a completely safe bet. The team loves him.
Yeah.
The players clearly like him because after the meeting, I think it was Marty Smith that reported, players came out and were like, it's the Pete Golding era,
Is he a playoff level coach, though, moving forward?
But we don't know.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you
as
don't
a
know.
head coach, and college football is so different now. It's all about, this game has always been about the Jimmies and the Joes, right? But it's now also about the resources and the money and what players you can get and convince to come play here. And so if Ole Miss has that and Golding players want to come play for him, then yeah, he will be.
From Brett McMurphy, he tweeted yesterday, I think it was yesterday. An agent sums up the situation in Oxford, quote, only Lane Kiffin would burn a bridge while trying to stand on it.
That was a great quote.
If you haven't seen this from On 3, again, Chris Lowe will join us at 5:20 to address a lot of this stuff. LSU, and by the way, God love those reporters who are all over this, like Chris, who had no sleep for the last 3 days. I mean, cost
Marty
of doing
Smith
business.
is following him around.
Yeah. LSU has agreed to pay Lane Kiffin his Ole Miss postseason bonuses. He could make up to $1 million by not even coaching them, based on the success. LSU plays at Ole Miss next year.
That's going to be fun.
And Tennessee, yeah. On 3 Sports reported that Lane was essentially demanding to finish the season while simultaneously threatening to poach Ole Miss's roster and staff if he couldn't. The OC, the co-OC, wide receivers coach, and the strength and conditioning coach all go. Now, what if Auburn had beaten Alabama? Would we still be dealing with this for another week? Because if Auburn had beaten Alabama, which, it came down to the wire, which we said all week it would, Ole Miss would have played Georgia for the SEC title. The Rebels have not won the SEC since 1963. Do you think this would have dragged on another week so he could coach in that game? Or was he just going to LSU, signing day's Wednesday, let's go? And then just created this firestorm of a circus?
I think honestly, and this is a real conversation. College football has to change their schedule, and I understand why signing day is when it is, the early signing period, and when portals open up and close and all of that, and they've addressed it a little bit, but it needs to be addressed and looked at. The fact that early signing day is on Wednesday when you have half of the teams, less than half the teams, but in the country playing, playoff games, conference titles, looking towards postseason. It's ridiculous. But I think because of that, the decision had to be made.
615-737.
That's why you saw all these hires happen. Signing day's Wednesday.
Yep, it's coming up. 615-737-1045. We can talk about the Lane Kiffin situation. Vanderbilt blasting Tennessee from a Vanderbilt or Tennessee perspective. However you want to do that. Titans get rolled again. 615-737-1045. Let's go to Tony next up on 3HL. Tony, what's up?
Hey, man, what's going on?
Hey, Tony.
All right. Look, I want to say something there real quick.
Wait, is this Puncher One, Tony?
It is.
This is him, baby.
Hey, Tony.
Tony, we've missed you.
All right. Everybody doing all right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's good to hear from you.
Good. First, I'm going to address the Vanderbilt fans. Of course, I'm a Nashville native, so I root for everything in Nashville. I ain't got nothing against Tennessee, but I'm a Nashvilleian. I like everything in Nashville. Number one is the Vanderbilt fans, I would say, you need to buckle up because this is just the tip of the iceberg with Vanderbilt. And the reason why I say that is they done opened up Pandora's box. Did you hear the interview that they had with what's the quarterback's name?
Pavia?
Yeah. Did you hear the interview that they had with him? And they asked him about him coming to Vanderbilt?
Oh,
and
yeah.
He finished the conversation saying because they had more money than anybody.
He did.
That's
And a lot of people
said.
don't know this, Tony, but he actually took less money this year than he took last year so they could spread it around more.
Oh, yeah. I get that. That's the very reason why Nick Saban retired, is because it's not about recruiting anymore. It's about negotiations. And with the money that Vanderbilt got, hey man, they're about to enter into a major player in the football world here in college football. Everybody needs to get rid of that because that team they got, I don't know why nobody didn't expect for them to beat Tennessee. Is because if you looked at the talent level of Vanderbilt and Tennessee, man, Vanderbilt is head and shoulders above them. But nobody even recognize that because it was Vanderbilt. See?
Well, and I think that part of it is part of why they're going to get left out of the playoff, in my opinion, is because people can't get past
probably be, but
the history of Vanderbilt football,
they ain't
which they
gonna
should.
mix.
It has nothing to do with
my
this
word,
group.
they ain't going to mix next year. Just
Well,
like
they get Jared Curtis, the quarterback from Nashville Christian, to flip from Georgia.
Do you think that'll happen?
I think it will happen.
that
It's
already
interesting.
done
Real quick, Tony. Steve Wiltfong just tweeted that Jared Curtis, who was supposed to sign on Friday, is now saying he will sign on Wednesday, on signing day. So I take that as a great sign for Vanderbilt that they flipped.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And look here.
Wait, why?
I am happy for Vanderbilt. I'm 73 years old. I've been here all my life. And I watched them be the doormat for everybody. But don't be surprised if everybody don't be their doormat. If they don't become the Alabama of the SEC. Because they got that kind of money.
All right, Tony. Good to hear from you, man.
Thanks, Tony. He's the best.
Punctured lung, Tony. The reason why I think that it's a great sign is because I think he wants to flip players. And if he signs on Wednesday, that's an indication like, I am doing this. I just did it. So come on. Let's go.
Oh, like Jared Curtis wants to flip players. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know. But then again,
I'm just guessing.
Georgia's playing in the SEC championship game, so they'll be in Atlanta on Friday.
Yep. We'll see.
Maybe that has something to do with it.
We'll see.
He wants to do it early so he can go watch his future team play in the SEC championship.
Maybe. 615-737-1045, or maybe not. Let's do this. When we come back, again, we're at a Moment's Peace Salon and Day Spa in Cool Springs, a momentspiece.com, because everybody wants a moment's peace. And the simplicity of gift giving. Call a Moment's Peace and give them your list. 615-224-0770. 224-0770. When we come back, Reese and Laura are on hold. They were in Knoxville and Neyland Stadium. We'll get their take on Tennessee getting waxed by Vanderbilt next. 3HL 1045 The Zone.
Zero Res. It is December 1st. You have most likely family coming in, and you want to make sure your carpets are as clean as possible. You need to call Zero Res, the right way to clean. Give them a call. Visit their website. They've got current 2- and 3-room carpet specials going. Tell them Dawn sent you and get your home ready now. Carpets, rugs, they do air duct cleaning as well, so they can help you out there. Also, and I talk about Zero Res being a smarter, lasting clean. No harsh chemicals, no soap residues, faster drying times, and your carpets stay cleaner longer. So call them at 615-535-9376 or book online ZeroResNashville.com. It's Zero Res. You spell it the same backwards or forwards. It's the right way to clean.
What's happening, y'all? MedicalHouseCalls.com is what you need to go lean into when you're trying to get back on your feet, feeling the right way you're supposed to. Yeah, that's like natural. You know how you're supposed to feel. If you're not that way, you need somebody to call on. And that's where Medical House Calls comes in. And do they come to your door? You're absolutely right to do. That's why House Calls is right there on the end of it. Primary health care, urgent care, IV therapy, doesn't matter. They feel it. And now how it works, you got to understand this. You call or text Medical House Calls. That's right, text Medical House Calls, and their teams will assess you. The number, 615-838-2375. 615-838-2375. You book your visit. And after a quick chat, Medical providers will be at your door to deliver care that gets you back ASAP. I've been through it myself. We've done it on the show. IVs tailored just for you. It don't get better than this. Take all this stuff of having to leave the house, get all the kids and everything and go to the urgent care. Not anymore. They come to you 7 days a week. It's medicalhousecalls.com.
Smashville hockey. Around here, it can sound like a language of its own. But hey, if you can pronounce Demumbrian, then names like Yossi, Shea, and Marchessault will roll right off the tongue. Nashville Predators, only in Smashville.
One of the largest sports books east of the Mississippi, Circa Sports Kentucky, is now open. Catch all your favorite games on an 80-foot screen with stadium-style seating and live VSiN broadcast daily. Circa Sports, now open at the Mint Gaming Hall, Kentucky Downs.
My dad and I used to golf together all the time, but when he hurt his back, it was over.
To have your son want to spend time with you is amazing. That's why my chronic back pain has been so heartbreaking. Surgery, fused bones, long recovery. No way, not for me. A friend recommended stem cells, so I gave Kellum Stem Cell Institute a call.
I'm glad you're out on the course.
Yeah, it's really good.
Call the Kellum Stem Cell Institute today. Swing still looks just okay though.
Selling your home can be stressful, but it doesn't have to be. Get a guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate. There are no showings, no open houses, no stress. Work with the #1 real estate team in the U.S. and close with confidence. Go to markspain.com today.
3HL 104.5, The Zone, a Moment's Peace Salon in Dayspa. That's where we are in Cool Springs. Achieve hero status this year, the woman in your life will love this unique and thoughtful gift. Their gift cards can be printed directly from the website, or they can be beautifully wrapped for a stunning presentation and even paired with other gifts like robes, candles, all sorts of fun finds from the gift boutique. AMomentsPeace.com, because everybody wants a moment's peace. By the way,
the gift boutique that I will not remove myself from to come back and get on the radio. Yes.
More than 15,000 five-star reviews.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
On the website, AMomentsPeace.com. Check out what they have for you, the simplicity of gift giving here at A Moment's Peace. 615-737-1045. Vanderbilt blasted Tennessee. I mean, Tennessee led 21-14, 31-3 the rest of the way. 31-3. Total annihilation.
But the part that stands out to me the most is Vanderbilt's ability to run the ball. The physical part of just dominating in the trenches, running the football. I mean, that's something Vanderbilt has not had in the past. And we talk about everything that's going on with Vanderbilt and maybe a possible 5-star quarterback flipping and going there. And everybody wants to talk about Diego Pavia this year. But what people aren't talking about is how Clark Lee has upgraded at those other positions, offensive line, defensive line, in the trenches, where Vanderbilt struggled traditionally.
615-737-1045 is the number. Yeah, was it Rivals? One of the guys flipped from his prediction of Georgia to his prediction of Vanderbilt. Which 5-star quarterback? They ever had one of those? 615-737-1045. Reese and Laura were in Neyland Stadium, and they have called in, as they said they would, no matter what happened in the game.
Did you get arrested?
Laura, yeah. Great question, Dawn.
Actually, no.
Oh, congratulations.
Well done.
Diego Pavla's brother.
Yeah, he's made that the norm.
Yeah. He has a good time, that guy.
Yeah. Apparently he was causing a ruckus. But no, I mean, we had a great time. I mean, it's a great day when you can drink a case of beer in front of 100 cops and they can't do anything about it.
All right, Laura.
It's true.
That might have been the funniest thing.
Big Slay, are you with me?
Big Slay ain't here. Reese?
Big Slay's always somewhere, Mayor.
Yeah. Well, then he's with you, Reese. I guarantee you.
All right. I tell you what, we had ourselves a heck of a good time.
Good. That's all you can control, Reese.
Yeah, we got to hang out with Big Slay, his whole family there. Emily was there. And we got to meet the former wide receiver and VFL, Bobby Graham.
Yep.
And I tell you what, Bobby Graham may have been really cool. May have been really cool on the field, but even cooler off the field. Bobby Graham, man, he's cool as all get out.
Yes, he is.
He is the best.
Yep.
With really cute kids.
It was super nice. Yeah, we got to take our picture with all of them. That was a good time. And we got to see all the other fans. They were walking by Big Slay's tent trying to get in. They couldn't get in with us. I tell you what. Hey, Mayor, I don't know, do you have brothers?
No, only child.
Okay. Well, see, then you may not get this, but I had an older brother, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I could never beat him at anything. When I was 11 years old, I finally beat him in a game of basketball, and I celebrated like I won the national championship. I ran around the front yard, threw my shirt off, went inside, told my mom, told my dad, acted like it was the world, right? Do you know what happened every time after that when I played my big brother in basketball?
What did he do to you?
He beat me down every time. So Vanderbilt can enjoy this one win. They still won't make the playoffs. And you know what? We got a big game against Syracuse tomorrow in basketball, and we're 13th in America. Vanderbilt ain't going to be able to compete with that either. So we're just going to take them on down in that too. But Big Slay, somewhere out there, sing it with me. Zephyr, hit the button. Good old Rocky Top. Rocky Top, Tennessee.
Hit it, Ross.
Let's go, Big Orange.
There they go, Reese and Laura. They survived their trip to Knoxville. and everybody survived them. 615-737-1045. Is this a one-off thing for Vanderbilt, or are they really building this kind of elite success consistently? That's a question. Because, look, man, we all know that it's more than Pavia. When you watch Vanderbilt, eyeball test, break it down, talk to people, all those things. They're better because of Pavia, yes.
Mm-hmm.
They're better because they're better in the lines of scrimmage as well. They've got playmakers on the outside. They've got this.
That's the biggest difference.
And Slay was pointing this out. This is a veteran team, this Vanderbilt team. And Tennessee, what is it? 45% of their roster are freshmen or redshirt freshmen? Most in the SEC, Zeph says. So we'll see. Big offseason for Tennessee, and we'll see what they get done in the portal. But something needs to be done about the defense. Now, it's really difficult in the transfer portal era, honestly, being real, to develop depth, right? So if you're starting two corners go down, you have struggles, things like that. But, yeah, I mean, there's no way around the fact that Vanderbilt didn't beat the brakes off Tennessee on Saturday. No way around it. The question is, can they sustain this success moving forward when Pavia is going? Which I think is a fair question, and one we asked earlier in the show.
Well, something I pointed out on Twitter and actually quote tweeted, when has the Vanderbilt chancellor ever put out anything talking about how great any of their athletic programs are? And I will say, when Daniel Diermeyer was hired, I remember Candace telling me he believes in athletics. He believes in the importance of athletics. You know, this is great as a chancellor hire for us. He tweeted.
Which, before you read his tweet, having grown up here since 1984, like, I've heard that message before.
And it has not come to fruition.
And it's never come to fruition because they have consistently been more concerned about the academic side of things at that university than the athletics. It's just,
which is fair. That's what Vanderbilt is known for.
Yeah.
But you can have both.
Mm-hmm. Athletics is front porch.
Stanford, man. So this is what Chancellor Diermeyer put out. Vanderbilt football finished 10-2, unbeaten at home, and proved they can compete in the SEC and at the highest level. Their performance reflects the excellence we strive for across Vanderbilt, winning on and off the field. The evidence is clear. Vanderbilt has earned its place in the CFP, and Diego Pavia deserves to win the Heisman. Signed, Daniel Diermeyer, Chancellor of Vanderbilt.
I think you're going to see
that's a huge shift.
Yeah, I think you're going to see all kinds of comments coming from the leadership of Vanderbilt, Clark Lee, Candace Story Lee, all of those people trying to spin their way into the college football playoff because they're going to get left out.
Mm-hmm. They absolutely get left out.
And they are one of the best 12 teams in the country. That's the unfortunate part of it. It's the best college football season in the history of the school. They've never won 10 games ever. They had never won 9 regular season games. They've won 10 regular season games this year. So congrats to all the Vandy fans out there. We will be talking about it all week. And my guess is they're going to stagger these little statements, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So you'll see another one tomorrow. Clark Lee will say something. Maybe he did today, and I just missed it because there was so much to get on the show prep.
Candace Toyley put some out too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Which
they need to get in front of cameras and say these things. 615-737-1045. More 3HL coming up. 3HL is powered by Spring Hill Heating and Cooling. It is Cyber Monday, by the way, and I get tons of emails. I'm on tons of lists somehow.
Me
but
too.
Cyber Monday, whoa, that's a whole other level.
Do you know how many unread emails I have that are pretty much all shopping? 387.
I love it because
tell me you shop online too much without telling me you shop online too.
You get anxiety by my unread emails, and
I have so much
that.
anxiety right now. I haven't had time today to keep up with it, and so now it's just off the charts, and my brain hurts.
Oh man, yeah. More 3HL when we come back again. Topics: Titans get drilled. Vandy blast Tennessee. Lane Kiffin had a weekend. SEC coaching chaos. We haven't gotten into that. Maybe we'll get into that when we come back. Also, Chris Lowe coming up at 5:20. 3HL 1045. The Zone.
Happening, good people. Shout out to KellamStemCellInstitute.com. You need to go dive into this and find out how to alleviate that back pain. Yeah, it's not surgery. And listen, I wish this was around at the time that I chose to have surgery. Even though my surgery went well, the recovery, that's the problem. See, there's a breakthrough alternative surgery. It's a breakthrough alternative to surgery that you need to hear about, and that's with stem cell therapy. So no scalpels, no stitches, just a simple injection that targets the pain at its source. That right there is the Kellam difference. And talking about recovery, most patients are back to their routine in days, not weeks. Kellam Stem Cell Institute helps you get back to life faster. No hospital stays, no anesthesia, and a much lower risk of complications. You're in and out the same day, no overnight stays, no hassle. It's just results. You got to give them a call, though, at 615-850-4415 to go through the process. Tap in, KellamStemCellInstitute.com.
615-737-1045. Chris Lowe coming up in about 30 minutes. We'll get into all of this. Lane Kiffin, SEC coach. 5 SEC coaching jobs have been filled. There's still one out there. Stoops is out at Kentucky. $38 million buyout from Chris Lowe will now be spread out over years instead of before the 60 days. So Stoops did go in and negotiate that part of it. And so Kentucky, per his contract, was going to have to pay that buyout before 60
Ross,
days
turn the music off.
goes by.
Thank you. God. I'm sorry. It was on forever. I couldn't even concentrate on what you were saying.
Meanwhile, I just keep going.
You kept going.
I can't control it.
But I literally, there's too many words in my head. I couldn't even listen to what you were saying, and then we started talking about Stoops, and I needed to hear it.
That is a little radio thing. Our bump music, typically you don't want the lyrics because you're talking over somebody else talking.
because I can't hear you.
Yeah.
I mean, I already got enough voices in my head. And then I add you, and then I add music. Just a disaster.
So how about that story from Chris Lowe? So in Mark Stoops' contract, he was to receive $38 million before 60 days goes by. And so now they have negotiated that over years now.
Who are they going to hire?
That is a great question. Hey, will you turn Zeph's mic on? He's got computers open over there. Well, I mean,
Kirby,
there are
what are you
cords
doing?
And a camera and all kinds of
That was
things.
literally your job.
Kirby's on his phone. Let Kirby
The
be Kirby.
Oregon, so the Oregon OC and
the what OC?
The Oregon OC.
Oregon.
It's not an
How do you
organ.
say it?
Like you're not
It's not a
playing
church
music.
organ.
Oregon.
There you go.
Oregon.
I was wondering if
Did
you
I
heard
say
what I
Oregon?
heard.
You said Oregon.
Oh, wait, Oregon.
The
There.
Oregon
You're the
OC.
And the
Really southern, right?
and one of the Ohio State coordinators they apparently there was a private plane because we're in plane tracking season.
Yes,
there was a private plane from Lexington that flew to Columbus and then flew to Eugene.
So
I don't think it's Matt Patricia.
So the plane just hit these places. I did see Will Stein's name come up, so that makes sense.
Okay.
And then I saw like a fake Kentucky head coach Will Stein account. So I'm like, okay, Kentucky fans would be very happy with that, clearly, if
Yes.
there's already like fake accounts.
So Lane Kiffin at LSU, Pete Golding, the defensive coordinator at Ole Miss, to Ole Miss, permanent head coach. John Sumrall, who we've been talking about a lot, to Florida.
Mm-hmm.
Ryan Silverfield from Memphis to Arkansas, and Alex Golish to Auburn. What does Kentucky do? That is, what does Penn State do?
That's the big question.
Well, apparently.
Penn State was the first one open. What are they doing?
Apparently, Penn State's looking at BYU's head coach.
You know what they're doing? They're Shianoing the bed is what they're doing. The fact that your coach was one of the first to be fired, not the first. I mean, Virginia Tech was the first, right? But
Oh, yeah. You're right. After Vanderbilt beat them.
yeah,
And then they hired Penn State's head coach.
Yeah.
right, who has been fired for a while.
Yeah.
And you don't have that's crazy to me. So the report out that Kalani Sitake is their top candidate right now.
Mm-hmm.
God, I got to tell you that first of all, that guy is probably the best human being ever created outside of football coach, just human being, the best, nicest guy, cares about everybody, wants to give back, is all about developing young men in his football program, not just football. I mean, just top to bottom, the absolute best.
Do people understand how much money BYU has?
I don't think so.
So if Penn State comes at Sitake and says, here's our deal.
Yeah.
Does BYU have any problem coming up with whatever?
No problem whatsoever. Yeah. None. And he is BYU. Like, dude bleeds BYU. He learned under Lavelle Edwards. Yeah. Lavelle Edwards was his idol and his mentor and all of that. He is BYU. This is has always been his dream job, his alma mater. He loves it here. He's a great fit. All of the things. I would be shocked if he left BYU.
So Bear Bachmeier, Penn State quarterback next year?
If he leaves?
If he goes? Think he brings Bear with him?
I don't know.
Well, who's the dude that
I don't think he
transferred?
goes, so I can't get in this hypothetical with you.
Who's the dude that transferred because he had to deal with the girl in the dorm?
Oh.
He went to Gretzlaff. Yeah, he went to Tulane.
Getzlaff.
Yes. Yeah, and then
maybe get him and go to Penn State. Or maybe Summerall takes him to Florida. This is going to be the fun thing now.
Is watching
all the
transfer
rosters.
How many Ole Miss players go to LSU?
1 million.
Oh.
Whichever one's Lane wants, probably. I don't know. 615-737-1045 if you want in. Let's go to Colton next up on 3HL. Colton, what's up?
What's up, guys? How y'all doing?
Good, man.
Dude, lines are lit up today. That's the hardest I've fought for anything since my ex tried to take my dog.
What?
Wow.
Yeah, man, I was calling and calling. I'm glad I finally got on. But anywho, first, I'm a Mississippi
Wait,
State
who
fan.
won the
I've played him
dog?
A couple times.
Who won the dog?
Obviously, come on.
Okay.
I mean,
okay.
Yeah, obviously.
Well, hey, listen. I'd have gone down swinging for the dog.
Yeah, Dawn lost.
Apparently,
it was
Juice
getting
did not
close
go.
to that. But hey, first I want to shout out the reporter that told Lane, pretty much talking about Lane, you can't turn a garden tool to a housewife. That dude is a legend in Starkville now.
Yeah.
So shout out to him. But look, this is about the only time you'll ever hear the words "I feel bad for Ole Miss" come out of my mouth. I just, as a leader of men, like take coaching, take sports out of it, right? Those players are looking to their coach to guide them to the promised land, which for them right now is the college football playoff. And, you know, for you to just decide to drag this out for 2 or 3 weeks just to say what everybody was thinking and leave them hanging the way he did. As a player, if I was a player, there's no way I could follow Lane Kiffin anywhere he went because I would know in the back of my head, like, hey, I don't really think this guy's looking out for me and the team. This dude's chasing what he wants. And then you look at the players, you know, who may have to come down to a decision of, okay, do I stay and play in the playoff or do I follow Lane Kiffin? Like, that's a weird situation for me, too, because I feel like now, you know, with the portal and the NIL, a lot of these players that are coming in, you know, on the portal, they don't really have any true loyalty to the school. They're just chasing a championship. Or they're chasing the bag as well. And I don't know, I guess I just kind of feel like Nick Saban in a way where I feel like the loyalty aspect to the school of college football is kind of like a bygone. And now it's just you're constantly going to see people shuffling around and moving, not to win for the school and for the pride they have in the school, but it's almost for personal gain, in my opinion. So I'll leave that where it is. I'll let you guys finish up. Appreciate y'all taking my call.
Thank you, brother.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it.
So he's a
Way to keep
Mississippi
trying.
State guy. I have one of my best friends is a Mississippi State girl.
Mm-hmm.
And do you know what actually came
My girl.
out? Yes. I had her first. Anyway,
Yes, you did.
but you know what came out in the text chain? I might actually cheer for Ole Miss.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
No, there's no way.
I promise
There's
you, it
zero
is
chance.
in writing. I mean, she said might.
There's
Just talking
zero
about
chance.
in the postseason here. So, we'll see if that actually comes to fruition. But it's true. Everybody feels bad for Ole Miss, for the players, and this whole thing. And Ross Dellinger just put a post out saying that the AD Osbury confirms what's been known. LSU wanted Lane Kiffin to coach Ole Miss in the playoffs. You get to the playoffs, please coach the team, Osbury told Kiffin.
Can you imagine the game day signs the first time game day goes to Baton Rouge? Or goes on the road where LSU is playing? The game day signs will be through the roof. So
Housewives versus garden tools.
My friend Sarah, you know her from Aaron and Sarah. She said there's going to be a sign that says Tiger, Heaux. 615-737-1045, and she's an LSU fan. A Moment's Peace, Salon and Day Spa. This is where you can take care of all your gifting opportunities, and you can get it done here. AMomentsPeace.com, because everybody wants a moment's peace. You get a gift card that can be printed directly from the website, or they can be beautifully wrapped for a stunning presentation and even paired with other gifts like robes, candles, and all sorts of fun finds from the gift boutique, like a gingerbread coffee mug. Some of the services that you can get here, she can choose whatever she wants, whatever monetary value you want to put on this gift card. Massages, manicure, pedicure, sunless tanning, waxing, spa parties, skincare, hair salon, makeup, unique gifts, gift cards. If Slay were here, he would describe a Slayscape for you. AmomentsPeace.com.
What's happening, good people? If you've been out there thinking about testosterone, or if you've noticed that you're getting a little older, maybe more tired, not motivated to do anything, well, it's not just the aging. It's a physical and mental change that your body's going through. Testosterone can actually help. So Synergix and Low T Center have teamed up to become the MVPs of testosterone replacement therapy. They've been changing the lives of men across the country for over a decade since starting. A lot of the other players have entered the field, but they can't stand or hold a candle to Synergix and Low T Center. They're the pros that provide you with the most medically driven, results-focused, and winning approach to restoring the quality of the patient, their lives, through hormone care. So real patients tell us every single day they got their energy back, doing better than ever. At work, the wife, they're loving it. So newlyweds, that's how you feel again. Get to crushing it, people. Understand that it's not just for men, the women too, man. You feeling a little tired? Just go get it checked, I'm telling you. All you got to do is book your appointment at trtmvp.com. That's trtmvp.com.
Good evening. It's 5:01. I'm Joseph Manano, live from A Moment's Peace Salon and Baseball. Today, Tennessee basketball moved up to number 13 in the AP poll following a 2-1 week at the Players Era Festival, which included a win over number 3 Houston. Nate Ament was also named the SEC Freshman of the Week for the third time in 4 weeks. Monday Night Football is wrapping up Week 13 tonight as the Patriots host the Giants. Kickoff is at 7:15. The Westwood One call of the game can be heard right here on the Zone following Monday Night Titans. For all your foundation repair, whatever needs, you need to visit USSTN.com. Breaking news at once on your home for the Titans and Vols. This is 104.5 The Zone.
HL 104.5 The Zone Monday edition. 3HL is powered by Spring Hill Heating and Cooling. SpringHillAC.com. Is it warm enough outside for you, Babs?
No. But it's okay. I have white Christmas coffee from the lobby of A Moment's Peace.
Moment's Peace Salon and Day Spa. We'll tell you more about them in just a second. Babs is here.
What up? Let's go. Is it going to snow tonight?
In areas, it looks like it will. Southern Kentucky, South Central Kentucky.
Is that going to
around Middle Tennessee
school?
Potentially? Oh, I have no idea about that.
Come on, Mayor.
I stay out of that talk. I don't want to get kids excited and parents mad.
It's true. That's a good point.
I don't want to set a bar and not achieve it.
Okay.
Just let everybody down.
It's fair.
You will not let anybody down when you achieve hero status, and you can achieve that by visiting A Moment's Peace Salon and Day Spa here in Cool Springs. And we love coming out here, and we love, as you said, perusing through the boutique. But hair, nails, spa treatments, massages.
Facials. I did the hydrofacial. Most amazing facial. And let me preface this with I am not a facial girl. Like, I don't want to get them all the time. I don't love them. I did the hydrofacial. My skin has never looked that good, ever. It's amazing.
Yep. That's what I told you.
I'm going to try and do another one. You did. Yeah. Thanks, Mayor.
Indecisive, man. I know a lot of you guys are, or maybe you'd rather have some professional advice to help you make the best choice. They've got a gift concierge on site to help you make selections and check off just about everyone on your shopping list this year. As a matter of fact, something cool has been going on, the simplicity of gift giving. Call A Moment's Peace and give them your list, and they will take care of you. 615-224-0770, 224-0770. But again, we are in Cool Springs, and if you can't get here tonight, A Moment's Peace Salon and Day Spa will be here throughout the holiday season to help you with your gifting opportunities. Again, in Cool Springs, across I-65 from Galleria Mall at the intersection of Carruthers Parkway and Bakers Bridge Avenue.
Should we send this little clip to our bosses? Hey, all you have to do is send A Moment's Peace.
Why don't you get
your
on that?
list? Like, here's our emails. Just send it to A Moment's Peace. They'll send us our gift cards for Christmas. Thanks, Paul and Allison. That was so sweet of you. Got it covered.
Congratulations. Thank you.
Ross, can you clip that for me?
Yeah, more than 15,000 five-star reviews. Go to the website
impressive.
and read them.
Yeah.
You'll see how great these guys are. We always love coming out here, and usually when we come out here, it does snow, so maybe it will snow. Last time it was
around Thanksgiving, right?
Was it?
No, it was Valentine's Day.
In advance of Valentine's Day, I remember one day we walked out and the ground was covered, and it wasn't supposed to. So maybe the kids will get lucky tonight. I don't know. We'll see. If you want in the topic roster, the Titans get drilled by Jacksonville 25-3. They're 1-11, have lost 7 games in a row. They are the prohibited favorite now to land the overall number 1 pick for the second year in a row. What was the number of times that's happened? Like 6 different times that's happened? Somewhere in there. So we'll see. Vandy blasts Tennessee 45-24 if you want in on that one. Lane Kiffin had an interesting weekend. SEC coaching chaos, 5 jobs filled, 1 to go. It looks like Penn State is zeroing in on BYU's head coach.
Yeah, somebody tweeted BYU has called an emergency team meeting. Somebody else tweeted that, now none of these that I've seen that it's happening are like reputable reporters or anything, but lots of tweets out there that Penn State has offered, and the money is big, very big, 6-year, 11-something mil, kind of big.
Only reason he would go.
Only reason.
Well, and the ability to
Yeah.
also have a better shot at the college football playoff, as you pointed out in the last segment.
So that's what I was telling you because
Maybe that was off air.
It was off air. I'll say it on
You
air
did say
now.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But look at the Big 12. Look at BYU. They have one loss. They're playing. It's to Texas Tech. Was the number 5 team in the country.
Yep.
And so they're playing in the Big 12 championship game. If they don't win the Big 12 championship over Texas Tech, they're probably not in the college football playoff, right? Is Big 12 a one-bid league?
And guess what? They're not going to beat Texas Tech.
Well, you never know.
I'm
They
just-
didn't
that's-
have.
That's my.
I think their
prediction.
star receiver was out for that original Texas Tech game,
Texas
but
Tech
they
has
pretty
tons of
much
money,
looked.
too.
I mean, they looked dominated by Texas Tech. So that's the only thing I would think is because I don't think the money doesn't matter to Kalani. I think the only thing that would matter would be, okay, look, I've got a BYU team right here. That's one of my better ones, even though I have a true freshman quarterback in Bear Bachmeier. But we only have one loss, and we're not going to get in the college football playoff unless we win. You know, I mean, maybe they would, but unless we win the championship game, I need to go somewhere where I can have a one-loss season and not be a question mark about the college football playoff, because I guarantee you, if that's a Penn State team that only has one loss,
it's in.
They're in.
Name
look at
name
Notre
alone.
Dame. If you take the name off of Notre Dame's season, what are their best wins? Just looking at their quality wins and all of that. I mean, Pitt's not. I mean, Pitt's up and down. You know,
they just got blasted and they're fall out of the top 25.
Yeah, and so they got blasted. USC is their best win.
USC and Pitt are their two best
That's
wins.
it. And then they lost
Is
to.
Pitt still in the top 25?
They just got rolled, so I don't know.
Rolled. Pitt is.
Did you see
ranked
Miami?
number 22. I
Did you
think.
see Miami?
They're 8-4.
Kept their
Pitt.
starters in that whole game.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had to. They're like, shoot, you
On a
want
mission.
fashion points? Here you go. But I say if you take the Notre Dame name off of their resume, I wouldn't put them in.
Notre Dame started the season 0-2. They lost at Miami. They lost to Texas A&M. Man, that game was great. It's funny how quickly the college football season goes by, because can remember Marcel Reed making that play like it was yesterday.
Yeah.
And
Who
then
have they
missed the
beat?
extra point. So then they beat Purdue. They won at Arkansas,
Terrible.
who replaced the coach. They beat Boise State 28-7. They beat NC State. They beat USC 34-24. They won at Boston College. They beat Navy. They won at Pittsburgh. They beat Syracuse. After the Pittsburgh coach said, well, we could lose by 100. I don't care.
Yeah.
I mean, that was the mindset going into that one. Syracuse.
They almost did.
Yeah. Syracuse is awful.
Mm-hmm.
And Stanford. Fran Brown picked the wrong year to do great last year compared to this year. Like, if he'd have had last year's season this year, he would have gotten one of these jobs.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
You know? But they lose their quarterback early, and then they just,
Also, would
they mushroom clouded themselves.
Would Syracuse be playing for the title game if they had the last year's?
They were so much better last year. 615-737-1045. Let's go to Faye next up on 3HL. Faye, thank you very much for participating with the show. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Great, thank you.
You asked the question about can Vanderbilt sustain.
Yep.
I think they got something to build on. If they get a mobile quarterback, it's 11 players, so he's not the only player. He was a good player. But if they get a mobile quarterback that don't stand in the pocket and can run around like he did, I think they can come on up from where they were.
Okay. Thank you, Faye. Appreciate it. 615-737-1045.
Yeah.
I mean,
there's a
Pavia.
lot of seniors on that team, which Slay pointed out in a text to you.
Yes, he did. He's right. He's right. That is
saying
a
even if you get
group.
a 5-star quarterback in there, even if Curtis flips,
There are 20 seniors on their roster.
that's a lot. That's a lot of experience that Clark Lee is losing. But I'll point this out. Guess what he didn't have last year? Any of that. With the transfer portal.
17 juniors.
Now, with the transfer portal, you can't look year to year anymore. You can't. I mean, guys are jumping left and right. You have no idea what these rosters are going to look like.
That's
look
exactly
at Virginia. 32 transfers on that team, on that Virginia team. 32. All of them old.
And you
seniors,
have to,
veterans.
And you have to hit on all of them.
And that's the thing with Virginia. They hit on them.
Yeah.
Vanderbilt hit on them.
Yep. Didn't they flip their entire offensive line from last year to this year?
They had to have because they look completely
Let me
different.
correct myself. That's 20 seniors on the offense. They have 23 seniors on the defense as well. So that's 43 seniors.
I'm sorry, they have 43 total seniors?
Yes.
Out of 85 players?
Wait, let me make sure they're special. They have 46. Their special teams also has 3 seniors.
Out of 85 players?
It's crazy.
Meanwhile, Tennessee's 45% of their rosters redshirt freshmen or freshmen.
I think it's...
I heard it today.
I thought it was 49, but you might 45.
Are you guys not amazed that Tennessee doesn't have a single win over a bowl-eligible team this year?
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's very disappointing. It's very disappointing.
Zeph,
I was shocked when I saw that.
I mean...
When I looked through it and
Mississippi.
I was like, no.
The only thing
No,
that shocks
yep.
me maybe more than that is when we went to dinner at Kane Prime and saw Zeph sitting at a table.
What'd you eat at Kane Prime, Zeph?
I had a New York strip and a lot of sides. And we got a seafood tower.
Whoa. Fancy over there. Did you do cotton candy bacon?
There were 6 of us.
It was
Did you do cotton candy bacon?
No, but I've done it before. So
We did it, yes.
Yeah. If you haven't had the candy bacon,
Very interesting.
the cotton candy
Everyone
bacon.
expecting cotton candy. It was great.
It's
if
so
you
good.
haven't had the cotton candy bacon at Kane Prime, that's a must-have.
It melts in your mouth.
Mm-hmm. Yep. But it was Alyssa's family and then the drone guy. That we always joke about his other job with flying drones. And I met the guy.
Do you know how many drones Zeph has crashed of
2.
this
I
guy's?
said it on the air.
No, you
Yes, I
only
have.
told us one.
No, I think there were 2. One hit a tree.
Yeah, one was a tree and one was a building.
Was it a building he owned?
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Were there
Did he
people
fire
inside
you?
the building?
No, it was.
You were attacking the building?
No, it was a building that there was a renovation, and I was trying to get the outside of the building, and I just stopped paying attention, and I was looking at the screen and not the actual drone, and I just smashed into the side of it.
Did you get fired? Have you flown a drone?
No, he's at
a new
Kane Prime
drone?
with the guy. Maybe that's why you had to take him to dinner, right?
Yeah.
I did not pay. Just say that.
Seth. Oh,
That
boy.
meal was out of my
So this is funny. So we're sitting at the bar, and we see Zeph and his crew like walking out across the room. And so we yell at Zeph, and Zeph stops and he waves, and then Alyssa sees us. Like, Zeph wasn't going to come over and say bye or anything. But then Alyssa sees us,
typical.
and then they come over.
Why is a
and
valet ticket? So I had to give the valet
Oh,
ticket.
okay, sure. Yeah.
All right, when we come back, Chris Lowe, on3.com. He's been on all over all of these stories. We'll get his take on all of this next. 3HL 104.5 The Zone. eSpaces.com, that's where you need to go if you're looking for workspace, short-term, long-term. Maybe you need meeting space to get a bunch of colleagues in one room, in one space. You can do it, eSpaces.com. There are 15 locations, 2 new locations, one here in Cool Springs, one in Brentwood at City Park. eSpaces is redefining co-working with exceptional offices for every business. Designed for entrepreneurs, teams, and established professionals, featuring private offices, team suites, meeting rooms, fully equipped, 24/7 access, flexible terms, beautiful professional spaces that are move-in ready. Whether you're scaling up or just getting started, eSpaces provides flexibility without compromise. Want to check them out? You can online, espaces.com. Tours are available now. Reserve your space early, espaces.com. That's espaces.com.
All right, y'all. Brentwood Jewelry is where you need to head to. 7012 Church Street East, located in the heart of Brentwood, just off Franklin Road. That is the physical location. Yes, I hit you with it. So I want you to go in there and check out what they got. They got exceptional style, and the deals, they're exceptional as well. It's been happening for over 50 years. So why would you sit by and let everybody else, feast on these deals? Feasting, talking about Thanksgiving, people. With that coming around, you can go get a gift for Thanksgiving. It doesn't have to be Christmas that you got to wait for. Go in there. Go get your watch. Nice watch. Everybody loves watch. Everybody loves bracelets. Everybody loves earrings. Hey, even I love earrings. So I'm just saying, I need some. Matter of fact, somebody should go get me some. And you should go holler at Brandon and the Mama Lee family and make sure that they know that we sent you in there. 3HL told you to go because they're going to take care of you. Also, if you're working on anything refurbished, you want to get some jewelry and hand it down generation after generation, they got that for you too. They'll shine it up, have it looking real good. All you got to do is go to BrentwoodJewelry.com.
3HL 104.5 The Zone. Brent Doherty, Don Davenport with you. Powered by Spring Hill Heating and Cooling. SpringHillAC.com. Broadcasting live from A Moment's Peace Salon and Day Spa. This is where you can become a hero. AMomentsPeace.com, because everybody wants a moment's peace. Right, Babs?
I just got a new, well, I hope my husband's not listening, but we were talking about how we need to save
Don't you
money
love
for Christmas.
the holiday season when you buy yourself gifts?
Right. I know. I'm like, oh, I can totally buy somebody something in there. And then I just bought myself 2 things. But it's okay. I got some ideas, while I was walking around. So I bought myself the cutest mug, coffee mug, and it's kind of for baby Babs too, though, because
she drinks coffee.
No, because it is a gingerbread man cup. It's adorable, and she is obsessed with gingerbread man. And we built gingerbread houses yesterday with my crazy obnoxious Georgia fan friend. I just love calling her that.
Who, Casey?
Yeah. And her family. And so Hadley's like way into gingerbread men right now.
Okay.
Or gingerbread, whatever, cookies
so
and all the things.
So that's a gift for multiple people.
It's a gift. She's going to love it because I do breakfast. I take her to school or get her on the bus. Like, it's mommy-daughter time in the morning for breakfast, and so she's going to love it. She's going to be so excited.
Gift cards available 24/7 instantly on the website, amomentspeace.com, or you can call 615-224-0770. The simplicity of gift giving. Call A Moment's Peace and give them your list. They will take care of you. You can, as you say, go to the website, email them, and share your list with them. They can take care of all of your gifting responsibilities and opportunities here at A Moment's Peace Salon and Day Spa. And if you can't get by tonight, certainly encourage you when you're in the Cool Springs area to make sure you get by here. AMomentsPeace.com, the website. Let's go to Chris Lowe from On3.com. Chris, have you had any sleep like the last 3 days?
It's funny you say. I woke up in my hotel, and I'd been driving from Starkville to right outside the Plains, and I was watching some of that game, and I'm looking up the Virginia Tech game, and there's Babs on TV.
CeeLo.
And I'm like, wait a minute, I'm here at Auburn, and there's one of the biggest Auburnites I know on TV. So it's sort of like Twilight Zone, Dawn.
Yes.
So you did the Egg Bowl and the Iron Bowl, and Chris and I were at the Egg Bowl at the same time. We didn't see each other though, but that was an interesting scene. They had the brawl on the field, the AD walking up to Kiffin, like all kinds of things going on.
Yeah. There's a funny somebody, I don't know how they do everything they do now on social media. Someone took that and doctored it, and there's a picture of the AD Selman throwing a punch, haymaker, and knocking Lane out, and he just falls down to the ground. I don't know how they do that.
Yeah.
I know. I hate to, you know what? 10 years from now, what are they going to be able to do on the internet? They're going to have pictures of you and Slay and Don, all of us. Like, they're going to transpose them. We're going to be out in L.A. or whatever. No, they were all out in L.A. doing this and doing that.
It's crazy.
It's scary. It's scary, the capabilities.
I don't even know where to start because you've been all over this Lane Kiffin story. On3.com has done a great job. I don't even know where to start with that whole thing. Like, Chris, and we all knew that it would end this way, like in a complete firestorm of a circus, Did
it have to?
That's a great question.
It is a good question. It's almost like you're standing on a big overpass and you're watching these two cars coming down, and there's going to be a wreck, and you just think, God, I hope they can avoid each other. I hope they can avoid each other. But there's going to be a bad wreck, and there is a bad wreck. And that's what watching this whole deal was like. I just, in the back of my mind, I always thought this is not going to end well for anybody. And it didn't. And, I mean, listen, where has Lane left? Tell me the last time he's left a job. I guess Florida Atlantic, because they won the conference championship that day. Remember, and then he left that next morning to get on a plane and go to Ole Miss. But I mean, the Raiders exit was messy. Tennessee exit.
USC got left on the tarmac.
Tarmac. They fired him at USC. I mean, Alabama. Nick said, "You mean coaching the title game?" Which is ironic in that Nick was sort of lobbying for him to be able to coach Ole Miss on game day Saturday, and Lane fired him. Before the title game in 2016, because he said he was too distracted, which he probably was. I'm not saying that was the wrong decision, because he just taken the FAU job and sort of now this. I think there are two things that can be mutually right or not necessarily wrong. I mean, the calendar, people have talked about the calendar. The calendar does stink the way it's set up in colleges. They ought to change it where no one can take a job or no one can talk to a player or a coach until after the season. But to do that, you're going to have to move signing date and the portal opening and all that, like they do in the NFL. So I agree with that. It makes it, if you're a coach, Summerall, Lane, potentially Kalani Sitake, I think he's going to be the top guy at BYU. He may have a team in the playoff. You put a coach in a tough position. But I also believe that Ole Miss did what it had to do to protect itself. People say, well, they should have let Lane. I've seen national people. I've seen a lot of people saying, well, why can't you just let him coach the game? Well, here's why. You've got a whole month. And I think if you put yourself in that school's shoes, you would see it this way. I think Lane was seeing it more from he wanted to coach that team. He coached it all year. He'd done all the heavy lifting, wanted to see it through, felt like it would be the best way, the best chance for that team to do well. And I don't know that I'd necessarily disagree with that. But once you take a job at one of your school's top rivals, then it all changes. It changes, right?
Because then you're working for both schools. Because it's not like he's not recruiting. Signing day's Wednesday. It wouldn't be like he wasn't recruiting for LSU.
Yeah. What was the analogy? You break up with your boyfriend or your girlfriend, and you say, "Hey, I'm going to go be in a relationship with somebody else, but I can't go until 3 weeks from now, so I'm going to hang out here for 3 weeks until I go." It's been a great run, been a great ride. And that's sort of what that would have been like. Do I think it could have worked? I don't know. I just think it's hard with signing day and the portal opening, and you got a coach that you know is going to a school that you're going to play next year, a school that you're going to recruit some against, a neighboring school as far as the states, and he's going to be in your building for 3 more weeks potentially, maybe 4 weeks. I think if you're that school that lost the coach, and let's just take names and faces, the schools out of it, you just can't do it. And I think that's where Ole Miss made the decision it made, and I would say they made the right decision. If it were me, and this has nothing to do with Lane, if it were any coach, okay, if it were Kalani Sitake, if it were any other coach in that situation, in that particular situation, Ole Miss, LSU, it dragged on way too long. That's the other thing. And I think Ole Miss fans were over it. They were over him. They wanted a commitment. The chancellor wanted a commitment. I think Lane felt like, hey, if we could get to the SEC championship game, which they were a Bama loss away, if Dawn's alma mater had beaten Alabama, then that's what would have happened. And you say, hey, I can hang on for another week, coach them in the SEC championship game. Maybe there'll be a chance. In Ole Miss's mind, there was never going to be a chance of that happening. And I think that's sort of where we are right now. And I don't think at the end the players really wanted to happen. I know Lane said today some of the players had wanted him back. Well, the people I talked to, and again, you got two entirely different stories now, at Ole Miss said the players absolutely did not want that. They were ready for him to go. And I've seen the video when they announced Pete Golding as the head coach, and he got a pretty emotional, raucous ovation when he came up to the front of the room to address him.
Mm-hmm.
Chris, there were some rumors flying around that Josh Heupel was going to talk to Penn State. We now know that they're circling in on BYU's coach. But you said last night on the lowdown, I've not heard Josh's name at Penn State among anybody that I believe or trust. A lot going on with Tennessee. A lot of discussion with fans and all these things. How drastic do you think staff changes might be this offseason?
I talked to Josh myself today, and he put it to rest. Was willing to go on the record and say, no, haven't been a candidate at Penn State. And he said very candidly to me, he said, my focus was on moving this program forward, Tennessee. He said, you know, I didn't come here. One of the reasons I did come here was I didn't want to be somewhere where there were low expectations. I want to be somewhere where there are high expectations. And he said, we'll win big. And so I think certainly he believes that, and they have won pretty big for a couple of years here, but, you know, there's still room to grow. And I think there will be changes on his staff. I do. I think it's no secret. He said that he's going to consider everything. He's going to look at everything. I know that he's not necessarily a guy who just likes to sacrifice coaches for the sake of sacrificing because donors or fans are mad. But I do think he's a savvy enough and smart enough guy that he'll do enough self-scouting and look at that program and see where they can get better. And so I do think you'll see some changes on the coaching staff. Listen, I know what everyone wants. I've had a million people call me. They want Tim Banks gone as defensive coordinator.
Right.
And Tennessee did not play well at all on defense this year. I mean, I looked this up today. 7 of the 8 opponents they played in the SEC scored more than 30 points against them. And you think back to some of those games that Tennessee lost, like Georgia. You know, if you just make another stop or two, you win that game. Vanderbilt absolutely just shredded them in the second half. I mean, I think Pavia just scored another touchdown, in fact. So, you know, you've got to shore up the defense. But, you know, to be fair, I mean, I know it's hard for sometimes fans get emotional. If you're a Tennessee fan, you're not used to Vanderbilt embarrassing you in your home stadium the way they did. And so you get upset, you get emotional. You don't look. The defense last year was the reason they were in the playoff. Now,
that's right.
That's not excusing the way they played this year on defense because they didn't play good defense. And I think you got to look at it and figure out what you do need to do. But it's not like Tim Banks has just been a debacle or a disaster. I mean, they played their asses off on defense last year and are the reason, quite frankly, that Tennessee played in the playoff. So I think you got to weigh all that when you're a head coach, and you got to make decisions that are best for your program, even when you think maybe someone has been loyal or this or that. And I think Josh will do that. You know, this is his 5th year, and for the most part, he's built this thing from a place to where it was really in bad shape. I mean, think about taking over a jalopy of a used car, man. You take that thing over, you work on it, you redo it, you put in a new motor, you do all the things you need to do. You spruce it up on the outside, and it starts to really run pretty well. But, you know, you still have some missteps here along the way. But it starts to run at a level that it hadn't run at really in almost 20 years. And I think that's sort of what the way I look at Tennessee football under Josh is he's got it to where it's running pretty well, running up there along some of the better cars. But there's still a group of cars ahead of it, you know, that you need to get it to, you know, if you're going to have a chance to win a national championship. And I think that's sort of where he is right now, which probably does, again, in a long-winded answer, mean he is going to have to make some changes.
Chris Lowe with us from on3.com. All right. Tell me if I'm wrong. Pavia goes to New York, and Vanderbilt has a very, very good chance of missing the playoff. Are both of those two things true?
I would concur, yes.
Yeah.
I actually had a chance to catch up with Clark Lee today, and I know he very much is hopeful on both. Maybe realistic on the playoff thing. I think it would be just fabulous for the sport if Vandy got in the playoff.
Me too.
Because of the way they played and the fact that Vanderbilt football is playing in the playoff. I mean, that in itself would be just awesome. And to see Diego in the playoff, I think the sport. Listen, if you're not somebody that he kicked your butt or ran for 900 million yards on, like he did a lot of teams this year, you know, i.e. Tennessee, i.e. Kentucky, some of these teams he just carved apart, you know, and you don't have a dog in the fight. He is a fun dude to watch play. Mm-hmm. And, yeah, I know he runs his mouth. I know he's cocky. Yeah, I get all that. You know, is he a guy that, you know, is going to go teach Sunday school class tomorrow? Probably not. But he is, you know, if you separate all that.
That'd be something.
I mean, is there a more, and I ask this honestly, is there a more impactful player on his team in college football this year than Diego Pavia?
No. The answer is no.
N-O, period. No. Now, the Heisman Trophy is the most outstanding player in college football. And outstanding has a different definition to impactful. But I have a vote, and I think you do too, don't you, Brent?
And Dawn does as well.
Dawn? Okay. And when I look at my list there, the Sunday after conference championship games, one of the questions I asked myself, I have for 27 years now, of these 3, 4, 5 you've narrowed it down to, not the only question, who had the greatest impact on their team? Which of these players, if you pulled off their team, would not be nearly as good without them? And that question, I'm not going to tell you I'm voting for, but that question every single time is Diego Pavia this year.
Chris Lowe with us at CeeLo FB on X.
War Eagle, we have a coach. I am at this point lukewarm and cautiously optimistic is how I describe it.
Didn't he say something different when he met the team as opposed to War Eagle? Didn't he go a little more graphic? Did you see that?
Oh, where he said, I don't beep in golf. I don't beep in fish. I don't have any hobbies. I coach ball.
And then he said War, I think it was WMFE.
Correct, yes. I like the passion. So, Alex Golish, what do you think about the hire? And was there anybody else in the running there?
Yeah, well, I think DJ Durkin was a factor. And I heard when I got to campus on Saturday that he was a factor. And there were some people who wanted him. Certainly he was a big fan among the players. But I think when it became real with Golish, remember, a lot of people thought he was going to Arkansas. I think Arkansas thought they were going to get him.
Mm-hmm.
But Auburn was always in the mix too. I think Ole Miss would have potentially been in the mix. But I think when Auburn swooped in there, sort of like a War Eagle swooping, you like how that usage of that verb, right?
I like it.
Don. But when they swooped in there and said, hey, you're our guy, let's do this, I think that's when it became pretty obvious. Hey, offensive guy, he's coached in the SEC. He's had success. Offenses have been really good. His offenses are, when you look at the way they played at Tennessee when he was there, even at South Florida, physical, run the football, creative. He was one of those guys with quarterbacks, been pretty good. And he, the way he came across his press conference is sort of who Alex is, man. He's not a guy, even though you say guys do or don't want a press conference, I don't think he really cares about the press conference as much as he does getting on the field and, in his words, coaching ball and coaching guys hard and tough. I think he'll fit in very well there with the Auburn culture, blue collar, tough, hard nosed. That's sort of who he is. Now he's not going to be afraid to step on toes. That's not sort of who. That's not the way he rolls. If he feels like he needs to step on toes, he will. Media, fans, pretty much anybody, opposing coaches, his players, the way he coaches them. But I'm not so sure that that's not what Auburn needs right now, Don. He's the fourth. I don't need to remind you of this. He's the fourth head coach in the last 7 years at Auburn. So it's important that they get this one right and that he's the right guy and that they have the kind of alignment there at the university. I think that is better than it has been. And that they go out and spend some money and give this guy the kind of cash he's going to need to buy players. Because this roster, listen, we all have personal relationships with you and have known you for a long time. The roster that they assembled this year was much, much more talented than the record would indicate. They were a better football team, a more talented football team than they played this year. So they spent money. Auburn spent money, and I think they're going to have to continue to do that with Alex there.
We've talked with you about John Summerall, the Tulane coach, for a number of weeks. Florida lands him. What do you think about that fit?
Well, another guy that's, he was in play at a lot of places, and talked to a lot of people. A lot of people like his background. They like the fact that, another guy that's, I hate to use this cliche, is a ball coach. I mean, he's probably a little bit more, he maybe not is quite as rough around the edges as Alex is. Maybe a little more polished. I think he's There's a reason, though. You look at Tulane and some of the players they've been able to attract. He's a good recruiter, and I think you're going to have to be certainly in that state when you've got Florida State, you got Miami, and everybody else is coming down into Florida. Georgia's coming down into Florida. Alabama's coming down into Florida. So he's got to give guys a reason to believe that they're going to be the kind of team that kids in this day and age want to play for offensively. I think that's the thing. You look at what didn't happen for Billy Napier is they just never figured it out on offense. And you sign a guy like Lagway, who is consensus one of the top 4 or 5 quarterbacks in the country when you get him, and it just didn't work. He just didn't play well. Wasn't consistent. Got hurt. Didn't throw much this off season, and just never really found any rhythm this year. So I think that's the first thing with Sumrall, whether it's Lagway, if they keep him or whoever else, they got to get it right at quarterback. And you really, Don, could say the same thing about Auburn. I think you look at both of those situations at quarterback this year, they really mirrored each other. They just didn't play very well, very effectively, at that position. And, going back to Pavia, that is the position. There's no more important position in all of sports than quarterback, especially now the way the college game is played. When you have a guy who makes everybody else around it better, can beat you throwing, can beat you running, galvanizes a team, kind of makes a huge difference. And he's a great example of that.
Chris Lowe with us on 3HL. Chris, I know recruiting's not necessarily your beat, but where do you think Jared Curtis signs? Does he stay true to Georgia, or does he flip to Vandy?
Man, there's another just unbelievable story surrounding that Vandy program, that they got a chance to get a kid of that stature. And they've worked that hard. I think they've not only, as far as Clark and his staff recruiting him, but, he's going to get the kind of deal, the kind of NIL deal that any other school would be willing to pay. You don't think maybe sometimes that Vanderbilt's going to step up and pay and put together that kind of deal, but they're serious about it. I think when you look at it through his eyes and look at what they did with Pavia, I think that's a big factor in all this, is he looks at Tim Beck and Jerry Keel. He looks at their offensive plan and the way they used him. Now, I'm not saying they're exactly the same player, but thinking outside the box and being creative and utilizing the quarterback the way they did. If you're a quarterback, you look at that and you say, man, that would be a fun offense to play in. And here's the other thing. You get a chance to sort of continue what he's done there and keep taking Vandy to a level that they've never been before. I think that's, especially with the money involved, you're going to get paid wherever you go. It's easier now for a kid to think that way. I think they've got a real chance to flip him.
Chris Lowe with us on 3HL every Monday. Chris, thank you very much for the time. I know it's been a busy last several days, and we really appreciate your perspective.
Yeah, I'm going to go at some point. I'm going to get more than 4 hours of sleep, but we can sleep in February, right? We can sleep after the playoffs is over.
That's right.
I'm sorry I missed you in Starkville, but I was curious about how you got to Starkville from Knoxville.
Left after dinner on Thanksgiving and drove at night to Tuscaloosa. Got in around 10:30 or 11. It was cold, as you know. Slept for, 4 hours. Got up early because I didn't know what the traffic would be like. It's my first Egg Bowl.
Yeah.
And got on campus about 8 o'clock.
Oh, yeah.
And there was not a lot of people there then, but it was a just drive. Not a fun drive from Tuscaloosa to Starkville. Got to dodge the deer.
Yeah, I didn't know if it was a planes, trains, and automobiles type thing.
No, I didn't fly into the Golden Triangle Airport. Did you?
No, Tupelo. Tupelo is where we go. Dawn knows all about that one.
Tupelo is the easiest direct flight from Nashville.
Contour Airlines.
CeeLo. Contour Airlines. Don't expect anything fancy, and the pilot might put your bag under the plane before he gets up and flies the plane.
Literally the guy that checks you in and runs you through security and then puts you on the plane.
Yep.
Same guy.
Yep. It's awesome.
But now it allowed me to go from there. The other reason, too, is it allowed me to go straight to the Plains the next day to see Bama and Auburn. So to do the double.
Thank you, CeeLo. Appreciate it, man.
Okay. See you guys.
We'll talk next week after the championship games. All right, more 3HL next on 104.5 The Zone.
All right, I want to tell you about a new client here on 3HL, Trajan Wealth. What better gift for you and your family this holiday season than peace of mind with a tailored investment portfolio? And that's exactly what my friends at Trajan Wealth can provide for you. Give them a call today for your complimentary consultation. That is what I have just started with them, already talked to them. And I don't know about you guys, but, I want to retire one day, maybe one day soon. I don't know. You're probably with me on that. Well, you can call Trajan Wealth to learn more. Not a sales pitch. You can leave feeling empowered. Their advice built around whatever is best for you. So go ahead and give Trajan Wealth a call. Advisory services through Trajan Wealth, LLC, SEC registered investment advisor, client, paid advertisement, additional disclosures at TrajanWealth.com. Phone number 615-270-5000. They're located right here in Brentwood and Franklin.
All right, y'all, what's happening is here, your favorite time of year. I'm talking about the fall weather, the football season, and, of course, the delicious food you love to crave. And you know my love for Shoney's. They have exactly what you want and what you need when it comes to always fresh, always delicious food. And with the 4 Shoney's right here in the Middle Tennessee area, you can't miss it. Not in Clarksville, Dixon, Lebanon, and on Donaldson Pike in Nashville. You can enjoy the endless variety of options, which make it a fantastic value. All made with care from the finest quality ingredients. Head on over to Shoney's, all you care to eat fresh food bar for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Or you can order a delicious meal from Shoney's extensive menu. The Shoney's All-American Burger, it'll be right there. That's a great option. And then you're always going to want to top it off with the iconic, world-famous hot fudge cake. That's right. It's worth coming in for. I also love that Shoney's holds true to the values that right there they offer comforting, family-friendly service. So, hustle on into Shoney's. One of the 4 locations is open and waiting for you. Clarksville, Dixon, Lebanon, and on Donaldson Pike in Nashville. Shoney's. Let's see.
3HL 104.5, The Zone. Brent Doherty, Don Davenport. Ron Slay is on assignment. He will be back on Thursday. Appreciate Zeph here. Kirby here. Ross back at the studio in the world-famous Music Row. CJ Ekibop is here. Is your mic on?
I think so.
Okay, there you go.
Hey, what
All
up, Bob?
So 3HL bingo card is Babs heavy today. Bob said that he wrote one down. He said, now, it may be one that you have, so I'll read through mine. I'll do it one at a time and ask you. All right. Marty was attached to Lane's butt for 48 hours.
that was me.
That was you. Did you write that one down? Okay. Their defense is buns.
That would be talking about Duke's defense.
And that was you.
Football, yes.
It's a great day when you could drink 100 beers in front of 100 cops.
That was not me.
That was Laura from Recent Laura.
That was not you, Mayor.
Mm-mm.
Although it could have been you. You were at the Egg Bowl.
The Egg Bowl was fun. I already have enough voices in my head.
That would be me.
That was when I was talking and Ross
true.
didn't shut the music down, so there were lyrics going. There were all kinds of things. All right, Bob, what you got?
Donate your money and stay the hell out of it.
That was me about Auburn. Hey, Mr. Yellowwood.
Good. That's good.
Just give him your money and get the hell out of the way.
Take your wood and go home. All righty. Thanks a moment's peace, Solana Day Spa, for having us here. It's always an
I feel like we
interesting
can get loud now here at the end of the day. Everybody's in their services. They can't hear us.
momentspeace.com. Appreciate you guys listening. Thank you very much for including us in your day and in your lives. We do not take that for granted, nor do we take that lightly. Have a great night. Good night. God bless.
See ya.
Wouldn't want to be unless you're Slay, who will be back on Thursday ready to talk about all this stuff.